welcome to this stream. It's episode 79. That's cool. This is the longest running game we have on the stream, or on the channel at all. So a couple of things we'll get out of the way up front. This video is sponsored by the folks at Hero Forge. Here is a Hero Forge Color Mini. This is now accessible to anyone who backed the Kickstarter right now. You can go and do color minis. Obviously, it's not going to have every single thing they promised in the Kickstarter. Like, you're not going to have... This is like the promo piece that shows you everything. It's got the gradient wings where you can see they start purple and go to orange. This has the epic bases where she's like up on a rock and she's got the fox and the flaming sword. Some of these, the colors are available. Not every single thing is. So keep that in mind. But it is available right now. If you backed your on the Kickstarter, I think you can actually go and I think you can even place the order. But if you have it, what's cool is you can use it to just mock up minis. They're going to be sponsoring some videos coming out on YouTube in the next couple of weeks, so be on the lookout for that. But I thankfully have to order those minis first so I can show them off in the video, which is going to be very cool. I'm super excited. And then I'll also have really cool minis if we ever get to play in person again.
Wouldn't that be a pip?
That would be nice.
Imagine if this was all deep state stuff and we like never got to see each other again.
I mean,
no joke.
It'll be a while. I mean, it's gonna be minimum, right? Like 2 months. I mean, New York State's shut down for like another month at the minimum.
Yep.
But anyway, enough about that stuff. Also, I did want to say that if you are interested in supporting Nerd Immersion in other avenues, I've said it, I don't actually have a card set up here on Twitch yet for it, but I did set up a Patreon. But the only reason I bring that up is this weekend I'm going to be doing a live stream Q&A just for certain tiers of patrons. So if you want to get in on that, that's a way to do so. But they also get to vote on what videos that I make that come out. Like if this morning's video was top 10 worst subclasses, or as so many people have said, I probably should have just made it bottom 10 subclasses, which I think is funny. So I'll probably do that if I ever do an opposite version of that. But it was their suggestion that I give my top 10 worst subclasses in 5th edition. They voted, so that's the video you got. If you're sad about it, you should probably join and then vote the other way. But yeah, it's cool. I've been experimenting with new stuff there. They may be getting access to any of my Fix-It videos in PDF form before everybody, or Fix-It notes. And then I'm also going to try to crowdsource playtesting from them so that I can try to run some tests on some of these videos before I put them out. Just like, this sounds good. Let's go with that. So anyway, that is all of that. So once again, Evrand, number 79. Let's talk about what happened last time. The party found themselves in the Misty Forest with Ash Williams from the Evil Dead Army of Darkness movie series. They're traveling with him. You can see if you're watching live on D&D Beyond, he's on the overlay. You can check out his character sheet and everything over there. They got separated due to the reliquary, thanks to you lovely folks. Sending baby-headed ostriches. So the party started kind of split. The evil versions of themselves started to make themselves known. Wildfire managed to take out Evil Oz. Evil Wildfire basically convinced Oz to, like, no, we're cool. Follow me. Let's go back to the party. And then there was that showdown, which one's the real one? And then
which got settled by
Wildfire's complete lack of tact.
Yeah.
And the questionable relationship that has forged now between Wildfire and Wave, where he now questions more or less everything that she does because she has his parents' ashes that she's held this whole time.
I think basically, it went like pretty much like, well, I'm Wildfire because here's my underwear and here's your parents' ashes.
No, I think first it was, remember that time I killed your parents? Oh, I have their ashes.
I've only been traveling with you for probably over a year, realistically, at this point.
No.
I'm just mentioning this now.
It for like 2 weeks, okay?
I'm just mentioning this now. Anyway, so they continue to a cabin in the woods, an all too familiar cabin in the woods. And then through people spooking other people in the place, we found ourselves back in the temple underneath this, the one that the party encountered in like episode 3 or 4. Pretty much exactly the same, so it's interesting to revisit the exact same adventure 79 sessions later with the same party, but people significantly more powerful. Also, the entire party there, plus Ash. Yeah. So they traveled through this temple, went through a bunch of different rooms. A lot of different triangular bronze keys was kind of like a theme going on. They almost got crushed to death in one room. Mm-hmm. They rolled some dice by a weird skeleton dude, put some gems in some sockets.
Got some gold. And now they're in front of one door, the last door with the last key. So as it stands, they currently have this door that they're going to open. Basically, they now have, I believe, 4 of these total keys in their traversal through here. They're in front of the final door, and it's weird. There's some sort of weird simian deity, 8-armed monkey spider thing, spider monkey, I don't know, iconography around in places. Stuff they kind of left behind and didn't really worry about it before because it didn't matter. Here it is again. Ash has no idea what this stuff is and says, this is pretty weird. This is not the norm for me. And now they're in front of the final room. So, that being said, what would you all like to do? First, I want to look around and just I want a quick reminder on how this room is set up.
Okay.
Yeah, well, give me the setting.
Okay, so just to confirm, you guys went into the final room, or this is before you go into the final room?
I think we're right before the final room.
I think so.
Okay, so you don't know what you're looking at once you go inside. Yes?
No.
Correct.
Okay, so what you are in currently is this sort of, it's a square room. It is about 30 feet by 30 feet. It has a door on each main wall. The one you know leads to sort of the chasm with the flechette traps that you guys went through. The one out the other way leads to the area with the dead guy and the rolling dice. And then one of the other ones was the room with the crushing ceiling, and then the one you have not gone in. In the room you're in currently is where this pool of water is with all of the gemstones, the skull with the red eye and and you guys put the purple eye socket or the third eye socket with the purple gemstone. That is basically the room, the setup that you have currently. Then there's the door in front of you, and you have the last key.
I'm gonna look at the door for traps.
Okay, reasonable.
All right.
Make me an investigation check.
Cool. Can I make a religion check to see if I know anything about this spider monkey god?
Sure. 7. Okay.
+3, Jake.
Nice. Okay, that is a 21.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, smart now.
Yeah, let me see what you can know about this guy here. You didn't ask about it last time, so I didn't actually write anything down. So I'll say, just based on what you've been able to gather from here, because you're not really sure what this deity is. You're not sure if this deity is tied to the plane you're in currently, if it was tied to the plane the realm you came from, or some other 3rd, 5th, 17th realm. But based on this, it seems to be some sort of god you would warrant based on a thievery-based god, right? There's a lot of traps and stealing and means of, clever key placement and things like that. Potentially wizards as well, or at least wizards with loose morals by the fact that there's an animated skeleton whose seemingly sole purpose is to make you roll dice or give up stuff.
Right. Let's see. You saw there again the 8 arms, so that may have some form of, that may mean something beyond that. You obviously know where you're from, right? And you've discerned from what you're doing here that, Lolth is a spider god, but that is a female drow, not a monkey person. And again, it's kind of baboon-ish.
Okay.
In features, like you can kind of tell from the wrinkles and the design of the carvings of the facial features. But yeah, it's let's see. Is there anything else you might be able to get from this? Yeah, again, perhaps tied to I don't remember if you guys learned anything way back. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I wasn't there.
You weren't there.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's okay. All right, so this is all good information. Good. And I'm intuiting evil.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a good. You also know that even if it was good in some way, gods of thieves are usually never good.
Yeah.
Like, there are in theory good thieves, but for the most part, they're neutral, or like that line is a fine line.
I mean, thievery is always at least a little morally ambiguous.
Yeah,
Yes.
at the very
They kind of at most chaotic good. That's the best.
right.
Yeah.
Like a Robin Hood
Yes.
is still a good. I don't think anybody can argue that Robin Hood was not a good person in what he did, but it is still questionable his methods, right? That is still moral gray area. Rob from the rich to give to the poor. You're still robbing people. The law says you go to jail.
Yeah,
The law, folks, is the law for a reason. It's not meant to be broken.
Wait, can we revisit this off stream? I need you to explain that to me more.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I know.
Ted is lawful neutral, Sean.
Gotcha.
Yeah, in this particular instance. Anyway, so that's what you're able to gather. Not a whole lot. Were you to go to someplace with learned folks, or if you were to any of the places you've been with massive libraries and been like, hey, you guys know anything about a monkey god with 8 arms? Kind of funky. That's not like a super common theme. So like,
I'm sure I could track it down.
Yeah.
It's what I say out loud to all of you guys. I'm looking at the picture of the god.
Guys, if this doesn't work out, when we need to like find out more about this god, we could go back to Evrand, Downton Abbey, a lot of books.
I do have a lot of information there.
That's true. Of course, we could just go to Carrick Fairn. They got a lot of books there.
I mean, no.
Okay. Well, all right. Rick is a little offended.
Yeah.
A little offended by this.
Hey, I asked for a book on magic and they gave me a children's book. Their library did not impress me.
That's okay.
All right. Want to go through the door?
After you, Rick.
Yeah. Yes, I would. I put the
you,
key
Wayne.
in the door.
Okay, you put the key in the door and you turn the lock, and the door slides up into the ceiling. You extract the key, I assume.
Yes.
And now you find yourself in a circular chamber. Okay, so it is pretty sizable compared to where you just came from. I'd say, it's a circle, so maybe 25-foot radius, right? So a 50-foot diameter circular room. And you can see that it kind of goes upwards. So for about 5 feet, you're kind of on the level that you just walked in at, and then it steps up to, about 10 feet high. And what you can tell around kind of this lower circle is just disgusting, like, refuse and, like, maybe sewage. You're not really sure. But what's interesting is you can see that there's a pedestal in the middle with a key on it. There's a staircase that goes up on the other side. Like, so you go up onto the main platform pedestal with the key. Past that is another staircase going up, and there you can see a bronze door with 5 like keyholes in it, triangular keyholes. But what you can also see is you felt like you're underground, but there are like kind of like weird, almost like glass windows on the upper level. You can't see out of it, but there's like light coming into it, even though you can't see out of it. It's very weird. Like the light doesn't look like it seems out of place here.
Weird.
And then I can have you guys can make perception checks.
Does Wave make a perception check?
Sure.
All right. Are you gonna roll for him?
You guys can roll for him. I'll just pull up his stats.
Right.
22 for Oz.
Okay.
Well, for a while.
He has advantage, right?
He does have advantage on perception checks, yeah.
He casts guidance on himself.
Sure he does.
And then so he has 19 on the roll.
Okay. Oh, so that's gonna be stupid.
It's gonna be like a 29.
Yeah, he has a plus 10 to his perception. So yeah.
That's a 29.
Exactly 29. So yeah, you guys look around, and kind of when you first come in, the main thing you kind of see, because you come in and it's kind of like you're hit immediately by this smell of just like filth and sewage. So that sort of takes you back, and then there's the light that doesn't make any sense because you can't really see out the windows. But then as you guys begin to like look around and truly inspect this room, you start to see that pushed up against the glass, which is why it was hard to see through it, seemingly is like all around, almost looks like an endless supply of corpses.
Oh.
And then as you look further up, you see there are chains with like meat hooks on them, with corpses suspended at daring heights all around in the upper area of this room.
Ash?
And he's like,
does this look familiar?
And he says, no, but I feel slightly more at home here. I know that's weird to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was your father a butcher?
No. All these weird traps and monkey things don't make sense, but dead things I get.
All right, cool.
Is there any magic going on in here?
Let's see. The door at the far side has some magic on it, although you probably wouldn't be able to see it, but I told you it anyway. There's a faint aura. This whole temple has kind of had like a faint aura of magic, and there's obviously a stronger presence of necromancy magic, shocker, in this room.
So guys, do I just try and mage hand that last key off the pedestal?
Well, see, the thing is there's the 5 keyholes in the door, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So what if they all have to get turned at the same time? So there's the 5 of us. We don't want to be, if we're all the way over here, we're going to be behind the curve on getting over to that door if we have to get there right away.
Oh, no. I wasn't even going that far. I was just talking about physically retrieving the key off the pedestal and getting it to us. I wasn't talking about the next step of getting all the keys to the door.
See, I'm thinking a step ahead, okay? As maybe we should get close to the door and then you mage hand it. That way we're all right next to the door with keys, the other 4 of us, and then you just mage hand and then we all pop the keys in, get out before anything could happen.
Wait. This room does not look like the last time you were here?
No.
Oh, crap.
No, this is completely new.
I feel like this is your fault, and I don't know why.
If you can't remember, your character can't remember.
That's fair. I'm so much smarter than I was, but
I feel like you would remember if a room of corpses fell on you.
I don't remember a room with a bunch of dead people hanging from the ceiling.
Yes, but this is how I would like to deal with this room.
Okay, I mean, Is
Do
there
we
a
wanna
way?
try-
Okay, so
Oh, and the door behind you shut as soon as you all
Okay.
walked in.
Ah,
So the ground is covered with the gross viscera shit.
Well, where you are, kind of at, assuming you haven't gone up, you're sort of like on like a almost like a bridge. Like think of it as
Okay.
like a moat. So
Mhm.
you guys are not in the refuse currently, but there is like a 5 foot to 10 foot kind of. I guess it's like a 5 foot wide sort of moat, if you will, around the entire thing. And then you, as you see the stairs that go up, it's sort of like a bridge, right? So there's all the refuse and just grossness. And that is, you can't tell how deep that is. You don't know. Like it could just be like 2 inches deep. It could be 30 feet deep. And it just, again, you get the smell of sewage, also
enough.
decay, right? Obviously.
Alright,
you know, smell is particulate.
Ooh.
Means smelling this means it's actually inside your nose.
All right. Rick. No,
Yeah.
you know, I appreciate that you're smart now, but no one likes to know it all.
Well, I
two,
think you're wrong.
Ted, are there insects in this room?
Oh, like just like eating the things.
Yeah, just regular old insects.
You hear the buzzing of insects,
Okay.
possibly outside the windows, but you don't see
Okay.
any in this room.
All right. Fair.
That you, I mean, again, there's a lot going on right now. But yeah.
It's like going up to the like, because you said we're like lower right now, and there's like
Yeah.
a platform, or we have to like walk over a bridge.
It's basically, you're kind of on sort of almost like a bridge currently above this sewage. And then there's a staircase that goes up. It's like a 5 foot incline. So you're 10 feet up from where you are now on like the majority of the room is like a circular platform with the pedestal right in the middle. And then on the
Okay.
far end, mirror to where you are, it goes up again to that big brass door.
All right,
All
well,
right.
we should check for traps, and then we should see if the pedestal that the key is on is trapped before we try to take it. Cause like
All right,
maybe
sounds good.
something might kick off all these dead bodies like doing things, and
Yeah.
I don't want to know that.
All right. Let's go inspect the pedestal while looking for traps.
Okay. Go
Makes
ahead
sense to
and
me.
who's inspecting?
Oz is inspecting.
I'm inspecting.
Okay, go ahead and make me investigation checks, everyone who is choosing to do inspections.
17.
I'm also going to.
16.
I don't see
Okay.
any reason not to. 11.
All right, so set here 17 sounds like the big oneer
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
All right, so you are able to. It doesn't seem like just as you're kind of inspecting, as you're walking, you don't see anything that really is jumping out at you. Like no pressure plates, no trip wires, nothing on the way to the central platform.
Wave, make sure you're keeping an eye out for anything magic.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
There's a faint aura of like necromancy magic in this room.
Okay, but
Makes
like, okay,
sense.
specifically, like if you see any magic traps, like a magic circle, or like a
Or illusions.
trappy dipper or something.
Or like a monster. If you see a magic monster, shout that out.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay.
Now, is there any? Are there any engravings or markings on this pedestal?
Make me another investigation check. You would.
Plus 3.
That is going to be a 6.
Plus 3?
Oh, a 9.
Oh.
You can't take 10 on that?
No.
No, I am not proficient in investigation. I chose perception instead.
That is fair.
A probably in all aspects, usually a better move. At which point, Wildfire, you there's a message in your brain,
Oh.
and it just says, "Yes, yeah, go to the pedestal."
Who's there? Who's talking to me? Hello?
You guys hear her just
That's
yelling
voice in your brain?
out into the room.
Wildfire,
No,
are you okay?
I didn't hear anything in my brain.
There's a voice in my brain that's going like, yes, go to the pedestal. Yeah. And
It
it's
does-
kind of creepy. So I don't know if we should go to the pedestal now.
Well, maybe you shouldn't go to the pedestal.
Fair.
Maybe I should go to the pedestal.
All right, go to the pedestal.
I take
Well,
a step
how-
toward the pedestal.
Should we like make our way around to the opposite door just in case?
Yeah, I think everybody should. I'm gonna walk around the pedestal, give it a little berth if possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're like circling the pedestal essentially.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm gonna take one of the keys and stand by the door with it.
Okay, so you're on the other side, but you're not near. You like went around the pedestal, so you're over by the
Yeah.
staircase.
Yep. I think we all agreed that was Oz's job to grab that.
Okay.
Wait.
I wait.
Before you step closer, and then I'm gonna pull out some rope and try and weave it between your spikies and tie it off, and then throw it to Wave, and like, you hold on to him.
Okay.
Okay.
So did we all move around to the door with the 5 keyholes?
Did you?
We did.
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. I think so.
Okay. So, we'll stand by, real quick here. While you guys are, let's see. As you guys move closer to the pedestal, I need everybody who's moving closer to the pedestal to make a Constitution saving throw.
What do you mean moving closer to the pedestal?
Like moving onto the platform at all.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I went first.
Okay, so make a
So-
Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Cool. Is this against poison?
It is.
That is good. That is a good thing. I like that number much better. So 13 on the roll plus 9, 22.
Okay, you're fine. It just smells really bad.
Guys, be careful. This smells really bad right here. And smell is particulate.
Stop
Does
saying
it smell
that. We
poisonous?
get it.
Does
Yeah, it
smell
smells.
poisonous?
It smells basically like poison. Yeah, I would say.
Oh dear.
All right.
Mhm. Maybe hold your breath.
All right. Yeah, Oz is gonna try and hold his breath and get to the other side of the platform onto like the staircase.
Hmm.
And then see if that helps.
Okay, so when you first of all, as you start to move closer, as you sort of like as you're going like so pedestal in the middle, your staircase, you're trying to like when you're like halfway around the circle,
Yeah.
essentially. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
So I made it through, no problem.
So far.
Okay.
I am going to use a charge.
Okay. You now have 9 charges.
All right. That is an 18 on the roll, which brings it to a 20.
Okay. Got the charge amount. Okay. So, you hear in your brain flee, a command trying to control your brain to make you turn around and run towards the sewage
Okay. Oh God.
in your brain.
Does he have to do that?
No, he passed the saving throw, so he doesn't have to do that.
I am going to yell out, which would necessitate me breathing in afterwards. Guys, there's something screwy here. Someone's trying to fuck with my brain.
All right, now make me a Constitution saving throw against poison.
All right. That is going to be a 23.
Okay, you are okay.
Oh, it does. Oh my God, this smells like Rick's armor after he takes it off.
The one time he's done that. So,
Memorable.
I guess Wildfire, I need you to make a saving throw as well
All right, Constitution.
against poison. I don't know if that matters. I think it might for you.
does.
Yeah.
Matters for everyone but Pat.
Oz, you should have walked around on the wall, man.
28.
Okay.
Well, no,
you're-
the wall was also covered in.
Oh, I thought the wall was just had the windows.
It's just the windows, but there's the hooks. So
Okay. Yeah, I could have.
Could have. Gotta remember that if you're wearing those slippers. That's your job.
I remembered it. I misunderstood. I thought the walls were covered in corpses, so I didn't want to do that.
no, just the
it
windows
together.
outside and then the hooks.
Okay.
You get it together.
I'm gonna get my shit together.
All right, thanks.
So Wave will succeed
Nice.
on his saving throw against poison, and Ash will succeed on his saving throw versus poison.
Woo.
So you guys are all on the other side.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, and now I'm going to use my mage hand to try and grab the key as we hustle on over to the
Wait,
door.
we should get the other keys in place.
Yeah, everybody else has a key.
As you're using your mage hand, you say,
Mhm.
you hear in your brain, yes, pick up the key.
Oh, yep. I just got the voice, Wildfire. I got the thing that you said.
I'm telling you to get the key. It's awkward. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
But we need the key, right?
Yes, you need the key.
Yeah, the Licky voice is saying, we're going to call him Licky. Licky is saying that I need it.
So we'll, I mean, I guess we take the key and hold.
Wait. I want to go over and inspect this door
Okay.
and see if maybe one of the keyholes is a red herring. Like there are no mechanisms inside. It was just to make you think you need this fifth key.
Does the
That's
door
good
just
idea.
open? Did somebody leave it unlocked?
No, the door. Do you check?
Yes.
No, it is not open.
All right, I got an 18 for my investigation check on this door.
Ooh.
So a 20.
It does seem to be 5 individual locks.
Okay.
Can I put one in? Does each key have its own specific one?
We'll say yes for ease of having to deal with you guys trying to figure out what key goes in what order.
All right, need them all. Cool. So we find the other ones.
Yeah, they go in, they don't turn.
I think we need the last one.
I think so.
Am I just doing it? I'm just going for it.
I guess we'll all
Yes,
stand
take
here with a key ready to go.
Yes.
Mhm.
Also, Wave, hold on to Oz just in case.
Maybe wrap the rope
So he
around.
just so he just picks up Oz.
All right,
He's like, got him.
cool,
I
Yeah,
didn't-
there you
good
go.
enough.
Can
He's
I-
just like holding you like a child.
This is
Yep.
very patronizing, but I will accept it for the greater good.
For the greater
Um,
good.
Please
The greater
listen
good.
if I say put me down.
And he's like, patronizing, man. I didn't buy you anything. Oh wait, that's buy things
Also-
from you.
Wait,
I didn't
wait.
do that.
If he asks you to put him down, that might be the magic, so you might not want to.
Oh, it says my internet is unstable. Oh, that went away. Never mind. So yeah, I'm gonna mage hand. I guess I'm gonna grab the key with my mage hand.
And then let me see here. Okay. Let's jump back over to Wave's character sheet real quick.
I hope the key wasn't an illusion.
Uh
And the real key was inside us all along.
oh no. Wave is gonna use Indomitable.
Oh, good for Wave.
Oh,
I'm impressed
no.
that he remembered Indomitable.
Jake, did you lose your lights? You guys see that, right?
Yeah.
Just went
Jacob,
real dark at Jake's house.
did you freeze?
Jakey Poo Poo.
I don't know what happened to Jake. But anyway, we're gonna keep going. Wave uses Indomitable and then rolls a natural 1
Oh no! He
On
should
his-
be a halfling.
on his saving
Oh.
throw. And he just is like, well, okay. And he just starts running.
Put me down! Put me down! Put me down!
Let me read the spell here. Hang on.
Shit!
Let's see. Follow the command. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure. Let me ask you guys. Oh, our overlay's all funky.
Oh yeah, I'm Sean now.
Yeah, it cut because we lost.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
wait,
back.
He's back.
There he is.
Aha! We lost power for a second there.
I was gonna say, yeah, your lights went dark.
Yep.
So real quick, let me ask you guys this. I'll figure this is the fairest way to do it. If there was, let's say, a command spell cast, and the command was to flee, and you are magically bound to follow said command on your turn, do you have, as you are magically bound to do that, do you have the control enough of your thoughts to be like, so as you are obviously yelling, put me down, put me down, put me down, do you have the wherewithal or like the control to be like, whoa, and then just keep running? I'll ask you all that because if this ever comes up the other way around, we'll just keep that in mind. So what would you argue?
Of that, if our wave was told to flee, wouldn't fleeing be going through the bronze door and away from this area?
No, it's going away from the creature that's casting it. And you don't know where the creature is, but clearly it's close to the door and now sending him away.
I have detect magic, right?
Yeah, do you cast it? As a ritual?
I have it as a ritual, right?
It takes 10 minutes.
Can we just assume that I do it because I would?
I mean,
each day, like that's something I feel like that would be.
Well, guidance is a concentration spell, so every time you cast guidance, you'd break it.
Oh.
And also, I feel like was it Wave has it at will, so you might not cast it because he's got it anyway.
And he can do it as an action, and it would take you 10 minutes to do it, and then again, one casting of guidance drops it.
I'm trying to think if there was a way that would like indicate that this is a spell happening so that I can dispel it.
Well, we know some junk's happening. You could always just wait. So what happened? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Wave
failed his
saving throw and failed his use of Indomitable, and he was commanded to flee away from
the door.
Yes.
Okay. Then
and
I think
Oz, right?
He's holding
Oz get the key?
No, before Oz was casting his mage hand.
Okay. Well, in that case, I think that
honestly, after reading the spell, I don't think he would have the mental wherewithal.
Okay.
Because the way it's worded, you're magically compelled. If it had, I read the spell. If it had said like you're magically compelled to use your action to do it, and then I would say you can do other things on your turn, so it makes sense that you'd be able to do this. But it says it like the way it's worded, it makes it seem like the compulsion wouldn't be easily broken by a tiny little guy saying stop.
So we'll say he runs his 30 feet. I don't think it has to dash. It's just you have to move your movement speed away. So he runs 30 feet basically across the platform to the other side now over by the stairs, and he's just like, ugh! And then like it ends and then he puts you down, we'll say. Like at the end of his turn. It's like,
all right.
Whoa. Well,
do you want me to make another con save?
No, you guys are good. You passed through it, you're fine.
Okay, cool.
Grab the key and get back here.
Are you guys
okay? Yeah, Wave, are we okay?
And he's just like, I don't know, man.
Oh man. Oh.
All right.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wildfire, does a 24 still hit you?
No.
I don't know if shield. I don't know. She's got shield. I don't know if that's.
My base armor is 16.
So
shield won't.
So
didn't get there.
You are gonna take 13 points of bludgeoning damage
from the door.
No.
Oh.
And 7 points of piercing damage as a massive tentacle with almost like comes up out of the refuse and just like wham slams on top of you, on top of this, and then it wraps around you, grapples you, and restrains you all at the same time, and has you lifted in the air as though it's going to pull you into the sewage. And we're going to roll for initiative.
Woo!
You said how much bludgeoning?
13.
13.
We'll say I don't remember, so I'm going to say 13 because that's what I just said.
Yeah. Okay. 21. That's the natural 20. Good time to have it.
Rick is 21.
21.
What up?
Oz is
You
a
could go
21.
before me, I guess.
You can go before me.
Are we're gonna do the switch?
If we're doing the switch, I think we should do the switch.
I mean, that's fine. I know what my first move is.
Yeah, I mean, if you get closer to the thing, it's a better chance I can get sneak attack.
Yep. Well, I was gonna hit it with my harpoon and then pull it towards me so that it can't go under with her.
What did you get? Yeah.
Oh, can I still cast magic while being grappled and restrained?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
You just can't. Your movement speed is 0. Attack rolls have disadvantage. Their attacks have advantage against you.
Okay.
So on.
Okay, I got a 7.
Oh, good. All right. So as it stands, party-wise, Oz and Rick both have 21. Wave has a 16. Ash has a 14. Wildfire has a 7.
Cool.
I don't know if anybody wants to swap or move things around.
Me and Sean are gonna swap.
Okay.
Yeah, so Rick can go first.
Yep. And then let's swap Wildfire and Pat.
Okay.
I
So
don't see why not.
So currently it's Rick, then it's Oz, then it's Wildfire, then Ash, then Wave.
That makes sense to me.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Let me just roll over here for the enemies real quick. Ooh, it's a really high dexterity. That was unexpected. Okay. So all of that is going down. And let's see. You guys watch as at the start of this combat, now that the tentacle has revealed itself, some of the windows just start to crack and break, and just corpses begin to just like flood into the room. Almost like a sea of corpses coming into the room, and they're just splattering down. Refuse and muck is like flying up. You get sewage is getting everywhere, and several of these like more decayed corpses just slam into the pedestal. And these are more bone than actual flesh, and then they begin to like amalgam into some sort of weird, almost like a swarm made out of bones.
Oh, wow.
Oh no!
And the two of those go first.
Those damn jelly bones.
So, let's see what it's gonna do. We've got Wave right here. So one is gonna move. One of them is gonna move over towards Oz and Wave, and it has what is its size? It is large. Oh, okay. So it moves. Basically, it's a swarm, so it moves into your space.
Okay.
But since it's large size, it holds both of your spaces.
Okay.
And it can attack everybody that space that it's in. So it will attack the both of you.
All right.
So we'll start with you, Oz. That is only a 15 to hit, so that's gonna miss.
That is a miss.
Make sure it doesn't have advantage or anything funky. Nope. And then against Wave, that is a 20 to hit, so that will also miss.
Nice.
Then it's gonna move over to the other side against Ash and Rick. And it basically gonna do the same thing. So Rick, that's a 20. That does hit you, yeah?
That does hit me, yep.
Okay. Let's see. What does this do? Oh, deal. Oh, it does 1.5 times its strength modifier. Okay, that's fine. You're gonna take 31 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
And then it's gonna attack Ash. Oh, and it's only going to roll a 3 on the die.
So wait, were we surprised in this fight by this thing?
I guess. But this thing also just happened to go first. It rolled really high.
Yes, but I meant with the tentacle. That surprised us, right?
I would argue that was a surprise. I mean,
Could I argue that I would have used my rage at that point?
Well, I mean, you could certainly argue that.
To not be surprised.
Sure. Let's.
All right. I don't want like the extra turn. I just want to have my rage active.
I'm sure
for this damage.
No,
if that's not cool, then
no, that's fine.
Fair.
That's fine.
Right, cool.
It's a feature you have. I feel like it makes sense that you would use it.
Yes.
So yeah, your rage will be active, and it will miss Ash with only a 13. So
good.
that is their turn.
Does it take damage from hitting Rick?
Yes, it will take
3 points of damage.
It will take 2 points of piercing damage.
No.
It's as though something made of sharp, spiky bone bits, not really affected by other sharp, spiky bits.
Gotta smash it.
Then after that, it is Rick's turn.
All right, cool. My first move, I'm going to recklessly shoot my harpoon at the tentacle.
Okay. So go ahead, and it's an athletics check, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I have advantage on those because I'm enraged.
You do.
And so that is a 33.
Okay. Yes. No, that makes sense. Let's just see here. And what's your goal with this?
I want to harpoon this tentacle and then pull Wildfire back over the platform, and then hopefully somebody else will. I'm hoping if it gets to Ash that he could just fucking his way through this tentacle, and then everybody else can open the doors, and then we run away from this fight.
That's fair.
That's what you said. What I'm hoping for. So that's
no. I got what I asked for. So let's see. So you do harpoon the tentacle that's got Wildfire wrapped,
right?
But let me just confirm here. Yeah. So it actually can. It doesn't. It would have failed its athletics check. It's also, you don't know this, but the creature is huge size that's doing this. But it actually uses. I won't have it deal damage because we don't have it dealing damage. But it uses its reaction to use its ability called Meat Shield, where it puts Wildfire in front of the harpoon.
Oh no!
So she gets hit with the harpoon, and it doesn't get harpooned. So she's technically impaled with a harpoon right now.
We'll say it went through her leg. But
sure.
The femoral artery.
So that was your first attack. You could now make a second, in theory, attempt to try and rip her from this tentacle, which I will remind you, I guess I didn't really describe it. It doesn't look like a standard like octopus tentacle. This tentacle almost looks reptilian in nature, and like it has almost like a sucker pad, kind of like you would see on like a squid, but it doesn't have suckers. The outside of it almost looks like the top half of a crocodile maw. But like doesn't have the bottom. It's not like a jaw. It's just like the top half, but it wraps around almost like that. So it's pretty. That's where the piercing damage comes in from the tentacle wrap there.
Gotcha.
So you have a harpoon through Wildfire's leg.
Do I take damage from the harpoon?
We never really I don't think we ever decided that you take damage from the harpoon. I don't remember.
It's never done damage up till now.
Yeah, so I don't feel like maybe we'll discuss that for the future, but not right now.
Right,
also, I have to hard and fast write down rules for this because I keep forgetting what I said. So we'll
Yes.
live in the gray area for now.
Exactly. The rule of cool right now.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say Oh, well, life gives you lemons. And I'm gonna pull her.
Okay, so go ahead and make another athletics check.
All right, with advantage.
And he also has advantage, but
Ooh, 31.
he did not roll as high, so you will beat this, and you will subsequently it's wrapped around, she's restrained. Our movement speed is technically 0. She's already grappled. I guess you're essentially giving up your turn to attempt to de-grapple her, and you manage to pull her via her leg. So, like, for a while, you're suspended upside down, hanging over the ledge as you are, like, reeled up, essentially.
Golly.
Oh, I wanted to, like, pull her all the way and, like, have her land in my arms, but then I'm spiky.
Oh, all right, sure.
Oh, ow, ooh. So you'll take 3 points of damage.
All right, we'll go with that then. Why not?
From that. But now you're on the platform with us, and we're like, hi.
Howdy.
All right, Rick. I think that does it for you, yeah?
Bonus action, punch this pile of bones.
Okay, sure.
Punch one bone specifically, recklessly, obviously,
Mhm.
for a 22.
That will hit this pile of bones that is in your space.
Good. That is going to deal 11 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, does it do bludgeoning damage when you punch with your spikes?
Pow. No, you're right.
It doesn't.
No, that'll deal 11 piercing damage.
All right.
I gotta go back to just the knuckles.
Yeah, so that'll... Okay, so we're going to cut that down. Got it. Okay, cool. So, spiky bit on spiky bit happens. Oz, it is your turn. There is a bone pile about you.
All right. I'm going to use my cunning action, and as a bonus action, disengage.
Smart.
I am going to run and attempt to use my object interaction to grab this key.
Yeah, you do.
Off the pedestal.
You have the key off the pedestal.
And then I'm going to use my 40 feet movement spood to try and make it back to the door.
Yeah, you do. You're at the door. Well, you'll have to move through... If you're going across the platform to get to the upper door, you'll have to go through the second swarm to get, past Rick and everybody. So, you're disengaged. You're right, so you're fine.
Yeah. And as a halfling, I can move through larger squares.
Yeah, so you're fine. I forgot you disengaged anyway. So, you are at the door.
All right. I'm going to, since we already established that all the other keys are in the keyhole, I am going to, I guess, I still haven't used my action.
Correct.
So should I just try? This is team thought. Should I just try and turn some of these keys, or should I try and hurt something?
Turn the keys.
All right, I'm gonna try and turn as many of these keys as I can. Oh, my other question was, did I get my mage hand casting off before Wave started running?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you started to, and then he ran with you. So.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my 2 hands and, if I can, my mage hand to try and turn some keys.
Well, you used your bonus action to disengage.
Yes.
So you can't use your bonus action to use your mage hand.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You use your object interaction to pick up the key. I'm gonna say you can use your action to put a key in and turn it.
All right, I will do that then.
So you put in the 5th key and you turn the 5th key, and it clicks. The other 4 keys are in front of you. But that's your turn.
Key!
Nice.
Next up is Tentacle Boy. So
maybe I shouldn't have yelled out I got the key.
You hear in your brain, yes. And you see that tentacle that was like there that missed Wildfire, and you see from the other side of the on the other side of like the bridge up there comes another tentacle coming down for Oz.
Ooh.
Here we go. Oh, that's garbage. 12.
Woo.
And then it's mad, so it uses its other tentacle to come for Oz.
Oh no!
Oh, that's a 20. Nope, 19.
I will cast the shield spell with my reaction.
Okay, glad you took the shield, huh?
Yep.
Okay, and it can't bite anybody because they are not near its mouth. So that is what it does. Okay, then it is Wildfire's turn.
Okay, so me and Rick are in the same area in the middle of the platform, and there's a bunch of dead things between us and the door.
Yes.
I would like to try to fireball a pathway through them, please.
Well, they are in your space currently. So to fireball them, you will also fireball Rick and then also Ash.
Even if I'm like out in front of them and it's like coming.
The
from
bones,
in this
their
boat.
bones,
We are
they're
in the boat.
swarming around you.
Okay.
The bone is 10 feet by 10 feet, and it goes over top of your space.
Oh, boo.
That's what swarms do. They live in your space.
Okay, so there's just like a bunch of bones around us?
Yes, there is another set of bones around Wave on the other side, and there is 2 tentacles that are not doing anything of importance right now.
We gotta get that door open.
Yeah.
Guys, there wasn't like another room that we missed, right? Like we had to come in this room.
Well,
No, this is Sean out of game.
Yeah?
Because if this isn't the way out and there's a room that we missed and this is just a trap, get yourself room.
We got the 5 keys, man. This is it. This is game over.
Maybe that was a red herring. It's a god of thievery and trickishisms.
Oh, well, there was that other door right at the beginning that said this way out. But we didn't go through that.
You son of a bitch.
All right. Can I firebolt it?
Yeah, sure.
And not hit my friend? Cool, then I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, do that.
14.
That's gonna miss.
No.
All these bones, you can't hit any of them.
I will tell you all for ease of speeding things along. Its armor class is 17, the bones. But I still need you to make a wild magic surge.
I do.
Roll.
I'm good.
Okay. That was your action, I assume. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna use.
Unless that was your bonus action via quicken spell, but.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna do the thingy where I use. Can I do another cantrip if I use the thingy where that makes it a bonus action?
Yeah, it's just 1 sorcery point, but yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that. Try to hit it again.
Okay.
That'll hit it. That's 20. Not a natural, but you know.
That will hit it, yeah.
Okay. 16.
16 nice. Fire damage, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
and
that.
Magic surge.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, that seems to do full amount of damage to this thing.
Okay.
All right, Wildfire. It is Ash's turn. Okay. Ash's character sheet.
How are you at turning keys?
And he's just like, I mean, I guess I'm pretty good. Yeah, so he will use a bonus action on his turn to activate his chainsaw. Now it's spinning. And he will look at all the bones in front of you. And the tentacles are too far out. Yeah, it's not stupid. It would retract its tentacles back. That would be dumb if it didn't. And then he will look at the bones, look at what's going on. He's observant. So he sees the situation. He's going to move to... yeah, he will move to the keys, I guess. He will prompt that opportunity attack.
Fair enough.
Oh no! It's gonna roll a natural 20 on its opportunity attack.
Oh no.
So the bones are going to deal to him 62 points of piercing damage.
Oh, how is he looking?
Fine. He still has 179 hit points.
Oh, cool.
Fuck! Wow.
Well, he
I
had
feel
the
that.
he had the 21 temporary. Everybody had the 21
Yeah.
temporary hit points at the
Yes,
start.
and he has fucking 200 like a madman.
Um,
He's spec'd for health, man.
he doesn't even have 20 Constitution, but that's fair. You know what? Because I've never done it, and I think it would be fun to do it. He's gonna, even though I already said it happened because I've never done it, and it seems like an Ash thing. He's gonna use Lucky to make me re-roll that saving throw, or make me re-roll that attack.
Honestly, I had that same thought, but I think I used all my luckies already.
It's gonna roll instead a 23 to hit, so it's still gonna hit, but it will only deal 31 points of damage.
Cool.
Ooh,
as
lucky
opposed
shot.
to that. So okay, so then he's gonna move over to the locks, and he will turn one key because he only has one hand. So he turns the fourth key, and that is good. And then he will turn around and see, what's going on. And then he will, with his other hand, he will cast. He will use Action Surge. We'll say here. And then he will point his boomstick at the tentacle.
Nice.
And then he will fire at it. And even though it's only a double barrel shotgun, he manages to shoot 3 shots out of it. You don't know how. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, we don't know how guns work. Maybe that's just
That's
how they all
true.
do it.
You guys don't know how guns work.
We're like,
Neither
yeah, that's cool.
Movie
neither-
prop gun. It's got infinite ammo.
Neither did Sam Raimi. So, okay. He's gonna deal, let's see, 10, 20, 41 points of piercing damage to it from 3 consecutive shotgun blasts.
Nice.
To the thing. You don't know how many. You can't really see because he's only blasting the tentacle. But like it does recoil back from the impact.
Okay.
And then you see somehow he, with his chainsaw arm, breaks open the shotgun, pulls the 2 pieces out, reaches into that pocket, puts in 2 more. You notice only 2 more, and then closes it. And that will end his turn. Then it is Wave's turn.
Get to the door.
And he's like, okay. So he just runs, doesn't disengage. He dashes over to the door because it's past his movement speed. So he will provoke an attack of opportunity from the swarm that's on him, which will miss with a 15. He will run through the second swarm, which already used its reaction. So he will get to the door.
Nice.
And then he'll use his Action Surge to turn 2 keys.
4, 3, and 2. Just key number 1 now.
Yep. And then it is. Then you watch as, like almost like levitating up from the muck are. What do I have on my list here? 5. It's like necks all twisted, white eyes, like kind of almost puppetry on some sort of weird wires. Are people like, well, swallow your soul? And they kind of land on the platform, and they all like run over towards all of you. Since you're now all in a nice little group right there, they're gonna use their pack tactics.
Yes.
So
how wide is this platform?
It is, I think, 10 feet. So you guys are all pretty cramped. So we'll see what they can do. But they can also kind of fly. So only when it is sort of yeah, it's weird when it's plot effective, which it is right now. So closest to them at the moment is Wildfire and Rick are kind of in the front. Ash went to the door, Oz went to the door, and Wave went to the door. So you two guys are first stop on the attack here. So let us see what happens. First up, we're going to go for Wildfire. We're going to get... they just have the one attack. So we're going to get an attack against you with advantage from the first one. That's not great. That is 21 to hit, which would still... So you will take 13 points of necrotic damage.
Is it a melee attack?
It is a melee attack.
They're gonna take some fire damage.
That's fair. From Flames of... Yeah. Because you cast a fire spell.
They get a D4 fire damage. They hit me with 1.
Just 1 so far.
Cool. They are going to take 4. Does the +1 to fire damage apply to this too?
Yep.
Sure.
And it's gonna take 4 points of fire damage.
Okay. Then the second one's gonna attack you.
Oh wait, how much damage did you say I took? I forgot to write it down.
13 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
This one is gonna try and bite you.
Oh no!
Ooh, that's a 19 on the die.
So wait, what's the total?
Well, 26.
Never mind.
So you are gonna take only 6 points of necrotic damage.
And it's gonna take...
I like that.
2 whole points of fire damage.
I feel that feeling.
Right?
But I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
It's against magic, right? We just established?
Yes, we established that.
Okay.
All right.
16.
Oh. Well, you are out of charges?
That was both with the advantage.
So...
I got a 14 and a 15, and my wisdom's only a +1.
As this thing bites into your arm, we'll say, and it pulls back, you can see sort of like black spiraling almost veins coming out from the impact point. And you all watch as Wildfire just drops to the ground, seemingly unconscious. And then the two are going to go for you, Rick.
Okay.
With advantage, probably anyway, because it's a 20. And then a not natural. So it's 2 hits on you, Rick. These are just clawing here.
All right.
Which is going to be 11. And 7 is 18. And another 8 is 26. 26 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, all right.
And
that doesn't get halved.
The other 2 are going to fly around, and they're going to go for Ash, obviously.
He is the powerhouse.
Well, that's 2 misses. Oh yeah, that's all misses. So they're like, swallow your soul, and he's like, shut it, bam! He just bashes them with no damage, just like blocking with the chainsaw, which somehow doesn't cut them up when he blocks with it. It just blocks them. And then like knocks him away with the boomstick. Then we are back to the top of the round where it's the bone swarms.
I would like to really quick ask Ash, hey Ash, you said you got a thing and then you cut off your hand and you were okay, right?
He's like, yeah, that worked.
Do we have to cut off Wildfire's arm?
And he's just like, I don't know. I'm not really focused on that right now because I don't know how much he's like fighting.
Door open.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
So the 2 bone swarms, the one that's kind of surrounding all of you guys, just kind of like shifts a little bit so that it's like it's now got like the tail, rather than being like 10 feet with like space to get to the door, it is now basically the 10 feet to the door, so it's kind of getting basically everybody.
Sure.
Yeah.
And the other one, what's weird and makes no sense, you watch as it like, you're like thinking like, oh, this is gonna like rattle and roll along the ground, but in some sort of weird, disjointed, totally just disconcerting, it like picks up and like flies over and descends down on top of you because it has a fly speed of 60 feet.
Nope.
Um,
like.
So they both, let's see. They're both just gonna attack everybody. They don't get advantage or anything crazy. They just all make attacks.
Well, they can have advantage on me.
You're right, they can. Here we go. First on Rick, because that's 2 attacks with advantage. Doesn't matter, because it's gonna hit anyway, and then it's gonna hit both times. All right, so Rick, you are gonna take a total reduced, or you're gonna take 31 points of damage. That's the reduced amount.
Yes, from the 2 hits.
From the 2 hits. Oz, here we go. That is a 24 on the first.
That'll hit.
And a 22 on the second.
That will hit.
Okay, that is going to be 62 points of piercing damage. You can uncanny dodge that.
I cannot.
You can't. You used your reaction. Oh, shit. All right. Wow.
Shit.
All right. Wave's turn. Wave, that is a 17 and a natural 20. So Wave takes the same amount of damage. 62 points of damage. And now it's Ash's turn. All right, here we go. Ashy boy, what do we got? A natural 1 and then a 2. What? All right, so Wildfire, you are not harmed at all. Funnily enough.
Oh, hey.
Or at least it doesn't seem like that's happening.
Right.
Okay, that is the swarm's turn. Rick, your turn. You are double swarmed. There are deadites in front of you and some tentacles hanging out in the water.
Okay. Shit. That's what I think. All right. I am going to pick up Wildfire. Easily. One hand, I guess.
Sure.
And then I am going to ready my action to dash through the door once those guys open it.
Okay.
And then I would like to. Oh no, I can. Oh no, I can't.
You can't ready a bonus action. Yeah.
And then I look where Wildfire got bit.
Okay. You see spidery black veins coming out from that bite point. And then Oz.
Where's the bite point?
We're gonna put it right here.
Oh.
On the meat of the arm.
Right in the meat. If you cut it, it's cutting up here.
All right.
I'm gonna have to hand it to her.
I mean, any weapons.
Yeah.
I am going to use my bonus action to manipulate my mage hand and turn the final remaining key.
You do.
Does anything happen?
Yeah, you hear the clicking of everything, and then the door like, and it's like very slowly starting to rise up. The only door in the entire dungeon that doesn't go up immediately. It's like it's going. But it's gonna take some time, like even for you to get under it. It's not there right now.
Okay. It's gonna be a minute, guys.
So now remind me every turn to tell you how far the door is open because you activated the key. It's now happening on your turn.
Okay.
That's like so it starts going, but the progression will happen on your turn every round.
Okay.
Shit.
I
dash to the door.
You do. You're in very tight quarters. You're with everybody else, prompting 2 opportunity attacks from the Deadites that were there. So here we go. Hit and a miss.
right?
So 13 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
All right. Then I guess I'm going to lash out with one of my +2 daggers and attack the bone swarm.
Okay.
Ooh, natural 20.
Oh yeah.
Does it have any? Do I still get sneak attack since?
Yeah, no, you still get sneak attack, and you'll still, get the critical hit for that. It's just all going to be reduced because they're resistant. But
Okay.
But yeah, you'll still get it. So I mean,
is sneak attack damage separate from the weapon damage, or does the weapon damage I don't know how that works?
It's the same as the weapon damage.
Okay, cool. That makes sense. So I'll just roll it normal, right?
Yeah, just roll. Yeah,
Yeah,
that works. Just roll. Yeah, there you go. I'll say you're gonna be attacking the one that's more damaged. It's almost impossible to distinguish the two because they're on top of each other.
Lashing out.
But
I'm also this was a booming blade.
Sure.
All right, cool.
Yeah, okay. Yep, that works.
All right, so that's 10. 20, 28. Oh, that's really bad. 28 plus 7 is 35 damage for the sneak attack.
Okay.
And then 11 thunder damage.
Okay. All right. You do that. That was your bonus action and your action. Okay.
Correct.
Then after you, it is Tentacle Boy.
Shoot.
TB.
Tentacle Boy.
Tuberculosis.
Gonna do some things. So he really wants Oz. Oz took his key, and he likes that.
Uh-oh.
He wanted him to do that.
He did want him to do that. Oh, that is a 23.
That hits no matter what I do.
All right, good sir. You are going to take 8 and 14 is 22. 29 points of bludgeoning mixed with piercing.
All right, then I will uncanny dodge that.
And you, sir, are grappled and restrained.
All right.
By this tentacle.
Woof. I am also bloodied.
And then other tentacle is going to go for Wave with a natural 20. God damn it, Ted. Why do you do this?
Oh, no.
I'm out of D8s. I don't have enough D8s.
How many D8s is it?
Well, for a critical hit, that's 8. But that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 damage on 68.
Okay.
All in 14 on the second set. So we'll turn that around to 33 points to Mr. Wave. And Wave is also grappled and restrained.
Fuck.
That is the OTUG's turn. Oh, I told you what it is.
No.
I never knew.
Well, now you do. Sorry. It's a Neo OTUG, so it's a significantly stronger version. Wildfire.
Yeah.
This is fun. So it's your turn.
Yep.
You're not at 0 hit points.
No.
Ash has been focused on other things. Otherwise, he would have told you, it's a trick. Get an axe. But you are being held by Rick. I would like you to make an attack roll, a strength-based attack roll. So your proficiency bonus plus your strength modifier, which is what? I don't know what that is.
My strength is 1. Proficiency bonus is, what is this one?
4, I think.
4.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll.
No, it's 5.
Yep.
God, we're so good.
So go ahead and roll
good.
2d20 and add 6 to that.
I
whatever the
didn't
higher
attack
numbers.
recklessly this turn.
Wait, the highest one?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna say that this is a surprise there, Rick. You don't know. You think she's unconscious.
That's true.
Got
That's
an-
fair.
I got an actual 20.
Ha!
Doesn't
a
matter.
fucking course.
Doesn't
Okay,
matter.
that's fine. Go ahead and roll 1d6.
6.
All right, Rick, you're gonna take 6 points of necrotic damage as she bites into you with these teeth that you like that, which was terrifying. And you also take 3 points of piercing damage there.
Okay.
Wildfire from biting.
Yep.
And then Rick, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I will remind you that you
I
have
am.
0 charges left.
I have 0 charges left.
Uh-huh.
That's
You blew through them
bad.
all. The only one with charges is Oz and Wave.
Oh, dear.
All right,
Yup.
here we go.
This could go south very quickly, folks.
19.
Oh, you make it. You're fine.
Oof.
Ooh, that save is an 18.
Why?
like- So that was your action, Wildfire. You do still have your bonus action, but as far as you are concerned, you are on the enemy team right now. So you have your bonus action and your movement. What would you like to do? You are trying to take these guys out.
Hold on.
Aw.
I mean, Fireball
This
is
is
just not a bad one because it'll get everybody.
Quick and spell fireball.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's probably
You
the
know,
most.
really stick it to us as if she teleported us all out of here.
That would certainly. We'd have to do the whole thing over. That would teach us a lesson.
It really would.
Okay, so the thing is, do I do a fireball on everyone
or
or mass suggestion everyone? Or just hang out or like walk off the edge of the platform.
well, they can't be harmful to them.
It can't be harmful to them.
Yeah, the suggestion doesn't work if it's harmful. So theoretically, walking
Yeah.
off the platform is harmful.
And once her allies attack us and we take damage, it would be over anyway.
No, it wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Yeah.
think.
Oh, not with mass suggestion?
I think you might have advantage on the saving throw, or maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing.
I don't know. I'm gonna look it up right now.
Either way, it sounds like the party's ruling against mass suggestion from the.
No, you do what you're gonna do. I mean, I'm down with it. You gotta do your best.
I just feel like Fireball is more of a wildfire move.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right.
And I think Wave just like sees it happening. He's like, God damn it!
No.
No, Ted.
Oh,
For mass
All right.
suggestion, it says if you or any of your companions,
Oh, okay.
so now the bad guys,
Yeah.
damage a creature affected by the spell ends for that.
All right. So then you're right. Fireball it is.
all right. So then I fireball him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage. It is not Mantle of Flame at the moment,
It is not.
so there's no extra damage there in that respect.
Everybody else can make a saving throw.
Everybody else can make a dexterity saving throw.
Do I see this coming at this point?
At this point, yeah.
Good.
Do I have any kind of disadvantage from being grappled and restrained?
Oh, you might. Yeah, hang on.
I restrain might do that.
I think that does. What does restrained do? Restrained, speed becomes 0. You have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
All right.
All right. It could be worse.
Don't forget to re-roll your ones
I did.
and add your extra little +1 damage there.
30.
30 points of fire damage. What's your save DC?
Wild magic.
Oh, yep. Hang on. Let's just stack it on.
We're good.
Okay. What's your save?
Huh?
Your spell save is what?
18.
18.
I failed.
All right. Well, half damage.
I passed. Also
Half-
half damage.
You
So
have charges, right?
you do. You have 9 charges.
If you feel
Yeah.
it's worth it.
You're still gonna. It's only 15 points.
Yeah, it's only take half. I'm gonna save it for now.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So wave.
Because I already got 3 rolls on it because I rolled a 1.
And that took one my sorcery points, right?
Yes.
Okay. That took one. Okay.
So wave is going.
Oh wait, no! I would also have advantage on it because it's a spell-like effect, and I have that epic boon.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
just a straight roll.
So I'm gonna re-roll that completely. Because my first roll was 16 and would definitely pass. That's an 18 on the roll, so I take no damage.
All right. So wave will use Indomitable to succeed. He
Good.
will get only 15 points.
Good.
Ash will roll. He'll get the 18 as well, so he'll only take 15 points. Okay. So that happens. Yikes. All right. Then it's Ash's turn, and he's like, "God damn it!" He sees this all going on, so he is going to use his chainsaw to attack the Deadites that are near him, the 2 that are fighting him. He crits on an 18, 19, or 20. So he does. And his chainsaw is a Vorpal chainsaw. So he decapitates this Deadite in one swing for his first attack. Then his second attack will go against the second one, which is a 2, so that's going to miss. Then he'll attack a third time, which is a 24 to hit, so he will hit that one and deal. Oh God! Wait, does he have? What does he have? No. Okay. So 10 points to this Deadite. Then he will use his second action surge to do 3 more attacks. Here we go. Another hit for another 13 points of damage. Another hit for another... what is that? 16 points of damage. And then his final attack is another natural 20, which is a 19 on the roll, so that's another Vorpal Chainsaw. Decapitates the second Deadite, so there are 2 Deadites down.
Woo!
Okay, good.
And then he will use his bonus action to Second Wind and heal himself 28 hit points.
Fuck yeah. Way
Nice.
to be.
So he is back at max.
Good.
Yep.
I am not at max.
I'm not either.
Okay. So that is his turn. Then it is Wave's turn. Wave is grappled and restrained by this Otyug.
Mm-hmm.
What does he have that he could do? He has no means of teleportation of any kind.
That's not entirely true.
Well, he has the Veilguard ring.
Yep.
Wait, did you guys use it? I forget.
Jake used his.
it.
Yeah, that's right.
And the rest of us took an extra hour and just went the normal way.
Yeah, but I didn't regret it until right now.
Fair.
Let's see. He will bonus action Second Wind,
Yep.
and he will gain 23 hit points back.
Nice.
So what he's gonna do is, let's see. He is going to lash out with from his current vantage point, because there's not much that he's got going on, and he's Wave, so he doesn't feel like he's worried because he can breathe underwater, even if the water is sewage. So he's gonna attack the swarms, because he can kind of zing out with Veilguard's glory.
Okay.
So first attack is a 29 to hit.
Yeah.
So that's gonna deal 4 points of thunder damage.
and then 17 points of bludgeoning damage, which you realize that as he hits with this is actually dealing 34 points of bludgeoning damage, as the creature seems to be vulnerable to bludgeoning damage as it's made out of bones.
That makes sense.
And Wave's like,
Rick,
oh,
we gotta get you a big hammer, Rick.
Yeah. Yep.
I feel like this has come up before. At least once we're fighting skeletons and all of us were doing.
Yep.
Well, you and I were both doing half damage because
bludgeoning
finesse weapons don't exist.
Yes, I mean, I feel like it makes sense, but they don't exist.
Regis had a mace, and it was a finesse mace.
In 3.5, sure.
Yeah, 3.5. Used to
Right.
have light maces.
They did. Okay, and then all right. So with his final strike, Wave manages to take one of the swarms down as he's just bashing this thing over and over again with the thunder and bludgeoning damage from Veilguard's Glory. So you have one swarm destroyed.
Cool.
So you are down to the Otyugh, one swarm and 4 Deadites plus Wildfire.
I thought we killed 2 of the Deadites. Weren't there 5 to start?
Did I say it was 5? Maybe I said it was 5.
I believe so.
All right, then there's 3 left.
Okay, cool.
Well, no, I had 2 attack Ash, 2 attack
Jake, do you
you,
think
and
on
2
my
attack
turn?
Wildfire.
Okay. What's up, Sean?
Okay. Jake, on my turn, do you think I should get out of the grip of the Otyugh or try and incapacitate Wildfire?
I don't know.
Yeah, I can't do both. I can only do one or the other.
I'm thinking about trying to lift this door
Okay.
faster, because that's something I can do well.
I mean, you could also take out some Deadites.
That's something else I could do well.
Okay, so next up, it is the Deadites' turn. Speaking of the Deadites, so let's get their abilities here. So, 2 are gonna go for Rick, and then the other 2 are gonna go for Ash. One's gonna miss Rick entirely. The other one is gonna deal 13 points of 12 points of necrotic damage to Rick. The other one's gonna go for Ash. It's gonna crit on Ash. I'll use Lucky to make them re-roll that. That crits again.
Nice.
Unlucky.
Then it crits
Still,
again.
though.
I just
gotta
rolled
respect it.
6 20s in a row. I don't. There's not even that many attacks, so
Aw,
I don't
yeah.
even know what that was about.
Yeah. I wish that was me you were attacking.
Yeah, well, it's fine. He's got a lot of hit points.
Yeah, I wish it wasn't you. I'm glad it's Ash.
Yeah, so
Why?
that's
Because he's the
10,
beefiest of us.
Yes, but none of those
22.
fucking crits.
24, 24, 32 points of damage to Ash, but he was back at full, so that's not so bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the Deadites' turn. It's to the top of the round. It is now the Swarm's turn. Swarmy here is gonna attack everybody, but that doesn't include Wave or Oz because they're off being grappled by the tentacles.
Okay, cool.
And it doesn't attack Ember or Wildfire either. So I guess it's just Rick and Ash.
Yeah.
Rick, that is a 17. That actually
misses.
misses you.
Yeah.
Did you reckless attack last round? No, you didn't.
No,
didn't
I
attack.
didn't. I didn't attack at all.
And then a 16 for Ash. So the swarm misses.
Nice.
Rick, it is your turn.
All right, cool. Fuck. All right. How heavy does this here door look?
Pretty fucking heavy.
All right, because I'm pretty fucking strong.
You would guess that it would probably take another 3 rounds of combat to get high enough for Oz to get under it.
Okay. So that's
As it stands at the rate that it's opening currently.
okay. Do I feel like I could make it go faster by lifting it.
By lifting it?
Yeah.
You feel like you could certainly give that a try.
I do feel like that. I also feel like that. But now these guys are stuck getting attacked by tentacles, and we have Deadites. I'm going to attack the Deadites. That's
Okay.
what I
Support your
decide.
decision.
Okay. You have 2 right on you right now.
All right, I am going to attack one of them.
Okay.
I'm going to attack it recklessly.
Are you going to use?
And I am going to use great weapon fighting.
Good idea.
Okay. So I am only going to add a +7 to my attack rolls. Because that's
Only
how that
+7.
works. Only a +7. So a 22.
That hits.
All right. And then my second one is a 25.
Both hit.
Yes. I love having advantage. All right. So let's see. Is there a difference for thunder damage?
No.
Okay. Or lightning damage, I meant. So
Nope.
10. What do I add now? Jeez. Nowadays, I add quite a bit to my damage.
You do.
Let's see. 5, 7, 3, 10. +20. Fuck. Oh, plus rage. So 23. +23 to my attack rolls nowadays.
It's a good plus.
That's a pretty good. It's kind of okay. So the first attack does 33 damage, and then the second attack will deal 29 damage.
Okay. Well, it is still alive, but it does not look very good.
All right. Then I'm gonna uppercut it with my bonus action attack.
Go ahead, make an attack.
All right. This one's not as impressive, but still reckless. For a 26, since I don't have to take that. Since I can't do great weapon fighting with this, I wouldn't take the penalty on my to hit.
Right, yeah, of course.
Okay, I just want to make sure. And that will deal 12 points of damage.
Okay. 12 points of damage. Still alive. Not looking good.
All right. That is everything that I can do.
All right. Then Oz, it's your turn. The door goes up a little bit more.
All right. I am going to what are we gonna do? For my bonus action, I am going to use the dagger of Misty Step to Misty Step.
You are no longer grappled or restrained, and you are wherever you wish to be.
And I am debating. I'm debating on whether or not. Well, first I want to mark off that I use that charge. I was debating between either. No, I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna Misty Step over to the platform. I'm gonna be on the other side of the Deadites that Rick is fighting.
Sure.
And then I'm going to pull out one of my +2 daggers, and I am going to attack the one that Rick did not attack.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to attack with Green Flame Blade.
Green
Fair.
Blade.
All right. So that is, I'm going to use the charge.
Okay.
And does a 17 hit?
It does.
All right.
Yeah.
So that is going to be wait, at this point Green Flame Blade for the initial hit does 2d8?
Yes.
Okay.
For those of you who are ever asking when's a great time to tip the reliquary, I think now's a great time.
Well, if you buy us charges, we certainly wouldn't mind.
The reliquary. What could it do? How bad could it be?
Saving throws. Yeah.
6 + 7 is 43 fire damage to the initial one.
Okay.
And then the green flames will leap off and go up the other Deadite's nose, dealing 8, 15 plus 3. So 18 fire damage.
It had 17 hit points. So, yeah, that one is down. So you now have one Deadite that you just lit up with all that fire, and then 2 others that are basically untouched, 1 Bone Swarm, and your OTUG pal in the water.
All right, and I would like to use some of my movement to take a 5-foot step, 10-foot step backwards, as long as it doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity from anyone else. The one that I have mobile.
Yeah,
the one
sure.
Doesn't.
Yep.
Cool.
All right, so then it's the OTUG's turn. So what it's going to do is it's going to pull wave underwater.
That's where he loves to be in big fights.
It's accurate, and it's going to try to bite him.
That is a hot take there, Sean.
It's going to succeed. He's going to take some damage.
So the next one of my turns, I can try and either Tasha's Hideous Laughter or Hold Person on Wildfire.
Ah, good idea.
She'll have advantage on the save, but they're both wisdom saves, which I know she's bad at.
3.
Which she's also bad at rolling, so
she'll do really well.
Yeah, probably on this one, yeah.
Right? That's how it's gonna work.
All right, so he's gonna take some damage. Okay, cool. All right, so that happens. You guys don't know what happens as he's pulled underwater, and the other tentacle is gonna go for Rick.
Aha!
At advantage though, because you recklessly attacked.
Yep.
So that's gonna be a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I forgot something.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Rick, you are going to take 8, 16, 23, 28 points of damage, cut in half to 14.
Cool.
You are grappled and restrained by this tentacle.
It takes 3 points of piercing damage.
It does take 3 points of piercing damage.
As it attempts to squeeze me.
It does.
Like a silly Billy.
Like a silly Billy indeed. All right, that is its turn. Oh boy, now it's Wildfire's turn. Hi, friend.
Oh there, traveler.
Oh boy.
All right, so I'm doing the strength attack again.
Well, you actually the only no, you don't have to, because the well, actually you could. You'd have to go over to Oz actually.
But like I'm still trying to attack them.
Well, you're trying to bring them down, yeah, or turn them. So Rick is currently wave. You can't even see. Rick is suspended in the air via tentacle, and your innate new Deadite-ness is telling you don't go for Ash.
Cool, then I go for Oz.
All right, yeah. So you can make a attack roll against Oz's AC.
Well, who's the closest to me? Is Rick closer?
No, Rick is up in the air with the tentacle.
Oh, then
so it's Oz. Yeah.
What are you doing to me?
I'm gonna
bite you.
Oh, okay. With a bite.
Right. So
Yeah.
the biting is the turning, right?
Yep.
Don't turn him.
Okay. What did I say? What did we have before? 6?
Yeah.
13.
13's a miss.
All right. Well, now you still have your bonus action.
How many more sorcery points do you have?
5.
Woof.
I mean, I guess I will try to firebolt you.
Okay. I did forget that the Deadites and the Bone Swarm would have taken some fire damage from the fireball before.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody reminded me, so everybody would have taken some damage. So I will reduce the hit points of the things.
What was that, like 30 damage, 31 damage?
I'm just going to call it 30 because it's easier math, but yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
19, Oz?
I think I take the hit, guys, right? I might have to uncanny dodge a 31 damage.
Yeah, Bone Swarm, yeah.
Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna take the hit.
Yep.
Okay, that's a Celine roll.
In this case, I love those.
11 points.
All right. I take 11 points of fire damage, and I say, "Shit, cut it out!"
Now roll a what? Now roll a wild magic surge, please.
Ooh. You and all your allies catch on
Narrowly
fire.
good.
Okay, all right. Cool.
You're instantly cured of any curses, afflictions, spells that might be controlling you.
Is that something that's on the table?
You don't know. They don't. Nobody knows except for me.
Ah.
All right, now
If I match the number, does it go off or does it not?
I don't remember what we decided.
I don't know either.
Like armor class, it goes off.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it should, because if you reset the number to 1 and you
The-
roll,
roll a one,
yeah.
then-
So
Okay.
So
Okay.
all right. So now it's Ash's turn. He's got 2 Deadites on him. He's going to attack them. First one. Here we go. Dealing some damage. This is okay. Second attack is gonna also hit. He's got a stupid to hit with this, so it's fine. Another 13 points of damage. Last attack is a natural 20.
Woo!
Yep. So that's one. Vroom, gone.
Nice.
So you are down to 1 Deadite that was only hit by the fireball, and the one that Oz just green flame blade did. And then I don't think he has anything he can use as a bonus action anymore, because he used his second wind.
Oh, I have an idea. I
What
have
is
so
it?
many ideas.
Okay, after Ash's turn is Wave's turn. Wave is in some sewage.
Some, yes.
Let's see what happens with
An
Wave.
amount of sewage.
Yeah, a significant amount of sewage. Here
A
we go.
Star Wars amount of sewage.
Accurate, yeah, definitely. He used his action surge already to turn some keys, I think.
I think he did.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's used all of his fighter stuff.
Yeah, except for Indomitable. All right. So what's he gonna do? He is going to. Okay. So, all right. So Wave, you guys, Wave breaks the surface of the sewage. You don't know that because you can't see it because he's down in the water. But you guys hear him yell from down below, and he's just like, So like, I feel like we kind of been here before, but I think we're gonna be okay. I think. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. And he's gonna cast Mass Healing Word. So, so everybody is gonna get back 9 hit points.
Woo!
And for those of you who don't already have it, you are gonna get 5 temporary hit points.
Whew, I am out of temp HP.
Good.
So, 9.
Celine, did you hear?
It doesn't
What?
go to her because he saw that she's not his ally.
Yeah, but
Close
And then,
like a knucklehead.
yeah, he's going to crawl, actually, he'll have enough movement to climb up, and he's like arms up on top of the ledge, like not out of the drink completely,
okay.
but that's his move. All right, then it is our remaining 2 Deadites' turn. They will move together to fight Ash because that's kind of their deal. Fight with advantage. 1 hit and a miss. So it will deal to him 14 points of damage. All right, then it goes back to the top of the round, and it is our swarm. It's going to stay where it is and attack Rick and Ash.
I am
Rick?
floating.
Oh, you are. So it's just going to attack Ash then. Well, that was a 4, so there you go. It misses.
All right. Cool.
And it's gonna fly over to where Oz is.
Fair.
provoking an attack of opportunity from Ash. So he'll swing at it and he'll crit. Doesn't matter though. I mean, it'll still do damage. Can't. Oh, I guess you can Vorpal cut things that don't have limbs. Just does. I forget the exact function of it, but it does like a decent amount of like extra damage or something. It doesn't have a head.
Good. We'll take anything.
Let's see what it says. Oh, they take 68 slashing damage. If you go to cut something that doesn't have a head.
That's awesome.
Okay, that's great.
So let's roll some damage against this one. It's still resistant to it, but you know.
Rick, do you know what you're doing?
I'm gonna get out of this tentacle.
Okay. I just realized, or not just realized, but I was looking through my shit again, and I can cast gaseous form through the wart blade.
Yeah.
So I could get through the crack in the door because I could be gas.
Yep. You could Misty step through it.
You have to see where you're. Oh yeah, now you could, yeah.
But I was gonna say the other side of it was I could try and get like you through it. Cast it on you on my turn.
Me? I have the cape of the Mont Blanc. I can also get through.
Okay. That makes sense. I forgot.
So I was thinking about. See, my original plan was to take Wildfire, but now she wouldn't be willing, and so therefore I can't. So I don't want to ditch her.
Well, thanks.
I'm gonna try and either incapacitate her in some way.
Got to figure something out.
Yeah.
We got to finish this fight too, though.
Rick, it is your turn.
All right. I am going to. I'm going to attempt to break this grapple.
Okay, it is, I think, your action to do that.
Okay.
So go ahead and make your athletics check.
Would I be able to just like use an armor spike attack instead?
I mean, in theory, yes, but that is not how the grapple mechanic works.
Right. Okay.
So I'm gonna say you can make your. You can attack the thing at disadvantage because you're grappled and restrained, or you can use your action to try to break out.
Okay. All right. Here's a cool number 3 trick. I am going to use my magical axe, and I am going to go ahead and call upon the power of Storm's Herald to cast a lightning bolt to hit this tentacle, the Bone Swarm, and the Deadite.
All right, sure.
Line.
Yeah, why not?
Dead. So everybody's going to have to make a dexterity saving throw.
That's all fails.
All right, cool. That's great for me. And then I'm going to roll some d6s.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to do some math. Because that's what D&D is about.
Exactly.
I'm going to say, Sean, I'll just throw it out there. I'm going to say that the gaseous form from the dagger, I don't think I put it in there, but it's for only the wielder of the blade.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's fair. 26 points of lightning damage.
Okay. 26 over here. 26 over here. And then let's see. There was just the one Deadite left? Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. 26. Okay, got it. All right. That was your action.
All right, cool.
Still have a bonus action.
All right. And then as a bonus action, I'd like to just shoot my harpoon into the wall over the door. Just like
okay.
So if this thing tries to suck me underground, it maybe can't.
Okay, that works. Then Oz, it is your turn.
All right. I am going to.
The bone swarm is around you currently.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to bonus action disengage.
Mm-hmm.
run over to the door that has gone up a little bit more since it is my turn.
it is. Yeah, it has. It's 3 turns of going up.
And I am going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on Wildfire
Okay.
in the form of a great joke.
What's the joke?
Let's be respectful about Wave's parents' death.
Well, that...
It was. I knew my audience for that joke.
What do I have to make for Tasha's Hideous Laughter?
Wisdom save, but you'd have advantage because it's magic.
Oh, isn't Burb not here, so she wouldn't?
Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, I mean, we lost.
Oh wait, is that where the hold on?
I don't know, man.
I'm not saying it just has advantage against spells and magical effects. Is that because of Burb?
It might not be.
Yeah, I think it was, wasn't it?
You look at Burb. It'll say on Burb's sheet in D&D Beyond. But whenever the enemies did it, we've been doing advantage. So I feel like at this point it's bullshit to say it's not there.
No, it's not from Burb.
Yeah.
It's from your Phoenix Feather.
Oh, okay.
Burb can grant that ability to anybody.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay.
That's what it was. Burb's great. I miss it.
14.
14 is a fail. My spell save DC is 16.
Cool.
So you find my joke
Hilarious.
ungodly funny, and you fall prone and are incapacitated and unable to stand up as long as you are under the spell. Concentration up to a minute, and at the end of each of your turns, you can make another wisdom save to try and break out.
Cool.
Nice.
The target has advantage on the or if anyone hits her. So nobody hit her.
Yep. Wave wants to, though, based on the joke and the response.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm evil now. Of course I'm going to react with a hearty laugh.
Look who's evil now.
Haha! It's us.
All right. That was Oz. That was your action and bonus action.
And my movement, yes.
And your movement. So now it is the Otyug's turn. So what's gonna do? Gonna try and attack Wave again. Gonna miss attacking Wave, so it can't grab him with the tentacle. And then it's gonna make a strength save versus you, Rick. Try and pull you under the water.
Nice. Good. This is just a strength saving throw?
Actually, you know what? No, I lied. It's not gonna do that. What it's gonna, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw instead.
Ah, okay, darn. I mean, that's still okay, but let's see. Okie doke. Con save 13 plus 9, 22.
All right, you succeed. You will take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as it just slams you into a wall. It slams you into a wall closer to where your harpoon is, so it retracts, like there's a little retraction.
Right.
And it slams you into a wall. Good success, otherwise you would have been stunned if you failed.
Ooh, good.
Ooh.
That is its turn. Wildfire.
So I guess I just do this. I can't do anything with Tasha's Hideous Laughter, right?
It's at the end of your turn, or no?
At the end of the turn, yeah.
So at the end of your turn, yeah, you can make a save.
Okay, so another wisdom, right?
Of course, I mean, I did this purposefully because she's a Deadite, so she has that shrieking, terrifying Deadite laughter.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's very unsettling and horrible, and you do have advantage, so keep that in mind. But you're trying to make that save at the end of your turn.
6.
Okay.
That is a fail.
So you are maintaining your creepy Deadite laughter on the ground. It is Ash's turn. So there's one Deadite remaining. He's going to hit it. He's going to, I don't remember which one was its hit points, so we were going to say that he kills it. Because that was double, that was max damage.
Nice.
So then he's going to, he doesn't really have anything to deal with the bone swarm. So he's going to kind of move over and try and cut the tentacle that has you because you moved a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna miss. But that 8 will hit. So he will do some damage to it. He will deal 18 points to the tentacle arm. All right. So that is 3 attacks for him. He does not have a bonus action. That is all he can do. Oh, you know what? We're gonna use lucky to re-roll that miss.
Yeah.
That
What's for?
And then he will just do a regular hit for another 12 points of damage. Okay.
Celine, are you still drawing out the combat?
No.
No, meaning like, is that still something you're doing in your notebook? Even though we're not in person.
Really, I haven't the last few.
Boo.
It is Wave's
Good.
turn now. So Wave
Last
will
one I did was Twilight Sparkle.
he will stand up the rest of the way into the area there. He will attack the bone swarm.
Yeah.
3 times.
Fuck yeah, Will.
Ted, can you tell me who the next couple of turns are?
Wave, there are no Deadites. Wave, the bone swarm, Rick, and then you.
Okay, I'm gonna take a quick peek.
Okay, so he's gonna attack the bone swarm. That is a 19 to hit, so we'll do some damage here. That is 2 points of thunder damage plus 14, so 28 points of bludgeoning damage. Okay, then we're gonna do a second attack. Natural 20. Good job, Wave.
Fuck yeah, man.
For 10 points of bludgeoning damage. And then 11, 20 points, 40 points of bludgeoning damage on the next hit. And then his last attack, gonna be another hit for 22 for 2 points. And 17 doubled to, what is that, 34?
Yep.
Which has 32 hit points. So Wave takes out the other bone swarm
Fuck yeah.
with his third attack, and he does still have his bonus action. So let's see if we have any spells we want to use as a bonus action. Wave will cast Spiritual Weapon and have it attack the Otyugh.
Cool, good.
So it's gonna go for a 21, which will hit, and it will deal 13 points to the Otyugh. Okay, so
Fantastic.
that is the end of Wave's turn. The Deadites are gone. The bone swarms are gone. Rick. Jake,
Yep.
it's your turn.
That's my turn. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah. Yep. I am going to attack the Otyugh recklessly twice with great weapon fighting.
Okay.
All right. The first one will be a 16.
Let me see. His armor class is a 15. Yep.
All right. Awesome. So both of those will in fact hit.
Okay.
Because the other one I rolled an 18.
All right.
All right. And then so plus 23.
It can't use you as a meat shield against yourself. So
Good. That is always a problem. So 35 damage with the first attack, and then 30 damage with the second attack.
oof. All right. It is still alive.
Fuck. Bonus.
Just
action, punch
as
it.
a reminder, you are making those just as straight rolls, right? Because you're grappled and restrained, so you have disadvantage on every roll. Did you just freeze right at that point? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So I rolled a 9 and an 18 for those.
Okay. Cool. Just checking.
Yeah, the disadvantage advantage thing.
Yep.
Okay, and then I'm going to bonus action punch it.
Okay.
Let's see. Plus 12 for this. So 7 plus 12 is 19. So that'll be. I'm gonna punch it right in its dumb tentacle face.
Okay.
For 11 points of damage.
All right. After your turn is Oz's turn.
Do, do, do.
The door
Door's
goes
up enough for you to get through,
All right.
and there is only the Otiug left.
All right, and I can still see its tentacle gripping Rick.
You can.
All right, I'm gonna pull out my arc thrower and shoot the tentacle.
All right.
Oh, how far away is it from me?
15 feet.
I'm going to use my bonus action to send my mage hand at it and blah, blah, to give me advantage on the roll.
Sure.
So that's going to be 24 to hit, I think.
Okay, that hits.
All right. Is that right? 6, yeah. Oh, nice. That's 10, 20, 30, 4 plus, I believe, 6. 40 even.
How much? Oh yeah,
40.
definitely. It is dead.
Fuck yeah.
Woo! And then I am going to look. I'm gonna.
Rick,
look
you've
before I
fallen.
leave.
Oh, you would fall into the water, but you're harpooned, so you retract.
Yes. Whoa! Boom! Into the wall.
I helped. And then I'm gonna turn around and look into this other room.
Okay, you do so. It is an impressive chamber filled with coins, jewelry, baubles, clothing embroidered with golden thread, magical weapons, wands, scrolls, statuette, and just about anything else you can think of.
Wow.
All right.
Is this shit an illusion? I'm going to look and see if it's an illusion.
Okay.
Hey, we have other more important
19.
things to deal with.
Wait, do we?
Yeah.
What?
The fact that Wildfire's possessed.
Oz already he's done his best on that one. He is
That's
now
not
looking
true.
at this illusionary treasure.
So what did you roll? Sorry.
It was a 19 total.
It seems to be legit.
All right. Yeah. Oz is gonna go into this here room. Still
Where are you
concentrating. Still concentrating, but kind of mesmerized Apu style in the Cave of Wonders.
All right. Well, it's gonna go to now Wildfire's turn. Your turn. You see Wave, Rick, and Ash, and Oz disappears through the door.
Scuttling.
I guess I'll go try to get Wave.
Wait, aren't you still Tasha's Hideous Laughter?
Oh, you are still Tasha Hideous Laughter. That's right.
You can't do shit.
So go ahead and make your roll.
7. I roll like garbage.
All right, you are still Tasha Hideous Laughter. It is Ash's turn. So for the purposes of this, I'm gonna say she does seem to be out of combat for the moment. For the conversation, Rick, he's gonna move over to you to laughing Wildfire on the ground. Chainsaw's still revving, and he goes, "Well, I know one way that'll fix it. Foolproof, definitely works."
Are there any other ways?
He goes, "Magic? You know magic?"
Wave, do some magic healing.
And he's like, He thinks for a second on it, because he's not sure. He's just feeling good about it.
Ask Torm.
Do you say that from the other room?
No. That was just me saying what Wave would do.
Ask Torm.
I asked Torm what I should do. I don't know, you should do what you want.
4. I want 4. Cool. So he's like, all right. So he casts Healing Word at 2nd level on Wildfire. Wildfire, you are going to get 9 hit points back and 5 temporary hit points. And it doesn't seem like it helped her. It just healed her a little bit.
So she's still doing this dumb, creepy bullshit.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty much.
I assume I just have her like held down easily.
We'll say that, sure.
Rick's much bigger.
And he's like, listen, I don't know. He's like, I know there's magic that can do this kind of stuff that can stop it. But
Wait, do you have any other kind of healing type spells?
Wave will say, I don't know, man. Ted, do I
restorative
have any other
spell.
kind of healing spells? And I'll be like, I don't know, Wave. Do you have any other healing spells?
All right, good.
Hang on.
Authentic.
It's like he's here.
It is.
Prayer of healing? It takes 10 minutes. No, I don't got anything.
The fucking thing is that she has the healing spell that would make her better.
It's funny because she does, I think.
Yeah, I'm thinking that too. Lesser restoration, greater restoration,
Remove curse.
remove curse, dispel magic, maybe even.
Maybe.
Yeah, I got dispel magic and lesser restoration.
Well, I mean, either way, I tie her up, gag her, and take her magic shit.
Oh, we're thinking about cutting out her arm. Come back here.
There's really good shit in there. It's like a room of treasure.
We don't care about that. Get over here now.
We're throwing this we out.
As this is going up, the door continues to rise slowly.
All right, good.
Yeah, tie her up, man.
Fuck. Do we, Ash? How long do we have to deal with this?
He's like, well, the longer you wait, the less time, the longer you wait, the more it'll spread.
We don't have time to do anything else. I think we got to take the arm.
All right, fuck it, take the arm.
He doesn't second guess it and just fucking goes. And he's just like, and even though it's been cutting these things like heads off, limbs off, like it's nothing, it's just like, it's just all of a sudden very dull. And it's just like, and his face is just cutting through the arm, spraying blood in his face.
No.
And then you watch as the white eyes that Wildfire had they almost like if they were covered in like a mist, the mist like rolls back.
Mm-hmm.
And then Wildfire, you come to and you are armless. In pain. Yeah. I'm gonna say you're at 1 hit point because you just lost a bunch of blood, you got your arm cut off.
I feel like I would just pass out. I would see it and just scream.
That's fair. She goes unconscious. And he
All right. Wait. Give her some more healing, quick.
Wave will be like, all right, man, it didn't work last time, but okay. And he will give you another 2nd level healing word for another 9 hit points and 5 temporary hit points.
I'm gonna take one of my belts and try and like
Tourniquet it,
and then look at Rick and be like, I think we gotta cauterize this. I don't see another way.
We can't physically cauterize her.
Yeah.
We can physically try. Use your lightning.
Oh, that's actually pretty sneaky.
I'm up. I could just.
You're immune to fire, though, aren't you?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. That's why I said try lightning. But
All right.
yeah, definitely tourniquet.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Can I just like storm surge a little and be like, just channel power through it?
You can try. Here's what I will tell you, because it's just funny to me. Let me just get over here. So Wave is about to just like kick her like severed arm, like because it's all like it's starting to move. The arm is starting to move. And he's about to kick it off of like into the water, and Ash goes over and stomps on it and pulls the Hellfire band that controls Hamish off of the hand.
Oh.
And then gives it back to Wildfire, and then he just like continually stomps this hand into the dirt and it's like, ah, it makes noise. There's no mouth. You don't know how it talks, and it's just giving you guys the finger the whole time, as she's stomping on this hand. And you would actually know, Wildfire, that the ring, the Hellfire Band, is, I think, what actually gives you, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I think the Hellfire Band is what gives you immunity to fire. Or maybe it's your amulet. It's the Phoenix Feather gives you immunity to fire. So in theory, if you took in some time to deattune from it, you would be...
we're attunement experts. She only has to take a minute.
That's true. So you can deattune. You can now be harmed by fire again.
I guess they do this.
Well, let's just see if the tourniquet works.
The tourniquet works. Tourniquet works fine.
All right.
Cool. Sorry about that, Wildfire, but if I remember correctly, we might have a magical prosthetic arm back at Belgard's Spire.
Yes, we do.
Actually, you do. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's perfect. Badass.
Dude, as soon as you said, as soon as she rolled shitty on that wisdom save, I was like, oh, we can take the arm. Oh, there's a prosthetic limb. We're going to take the arm.
We can take the arm. Oh, well. Well, was that your left arm or your right arm?
Oh, which arm did he bite?
Whichever one you would have worn the ring on normally.
Well, here. Got my D2.
Sure.
Flip it.
Yeah, you pick which one's what.
I'm gonna lean over to Rick and be like, hey man, she's lost a lot of blood. Maybe you should give her something to snack on. And maybe some if you have any like wine, or actually not wine. Some liquid with sugar in it.
While this is going on,
here's a healing potion.
Ash is going around and dismembering all the other bodies that were there.
Ah, okay.
It now works way easier. Like, it's just cutting through them. Like, it's nothing. It's crazy. Yep.
He just rolled bad that one time.
Yeah, I guess.
I lost my right arm.
Hopefully that wasn't your wiping arm.
So yeah, now that this seems to have sorted itself out, Oz is gonna be like, I'm just gonna go check out, and then slowly walk back into that treasure room.
All right, don't touch anything yet, though.
Promise nothing.
I'm just nosy. I got harpooned in the leg, and I lost an arm.
Yep, it's been a rough game for Wildfire.
It's been a rough day. I'm just gonna sit here for a minute. I'm gonna have a bit of a lie down.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna drag her into the next room.
Yeah, it still smells awful in here. Now it smells like even more death and blood.
Now
and
we're in the treasure room.
Yeah, so you guys are in this treasure room. It seems too good to be true. You guys remember that from last time. You're like, this can't be real. Why would this be here? This looks like it's too good to be true, and you just left.
Yep.
Oz looks for the coolest rapier he can find.
Oz, you can make me an investigation check.
That's a 22.
You, upon looking through this, think, I don't know what they were talking about when they told me about it. This looks legitimately to you like a room just full of treasure.
Yeah, I keep looking for the coolest rapier I can find, whilst filling all of my various false bottomed trinkets with cool shit I find.
Yeah, you can make me a perception check while you're doing that.
Ash, you think you're
15. So that is gonna be 27.
Okay, what were you gonna say? What were you saying, Jake?
Ash, you think your book's in here?
And he's like, I mean, maybe. Let me look. So he's looking, and you hear Oz like mumbling and muttering.
Oh,
like around, like it is like the Cave of Wonders of like mounds of treasure and things.
Ooh.
So no food though, just the treasure side.
Okay.
There's no column B, like just, you know. Yeah, so like it's weaves and like you don't know the exact scope of this, but you just hear like someone kind of muttering to themselves.
Does it seem like it's coming from in my brain, from far away,
From like
close by?
further in.
All right, I am going to message the other members. Rick specifically, and be like, "Hey, man, don't make a lot of noise, but I think I hear some muttering over where I am."
All right.
You can respond in your brain.
I did, yeah. I said, all right.
Oh, I didn't hear you. In
Point in the direction.
I point.
You do.
In an excited manner, so it looks natural. Be like, "Ha! Look at all this stuff!
All
It's
right.
wild.
Fire! Ha ha!" Yes. I continue to take shit and look for cool shit.
Oh man, chat is just the best. Wildfire got her arm chopped off. Oh my god, what? But it's okay. They got arms at home. Yeah. So you keep going.
I'm gonna move forward a little cautiously, and
Okay.
I want to be a little deceptive. I want to act like I'm not paying attention to what's around me, but I'm really paying attention to what's around me.
Okay, so I guess make a deception check.
All right.
Do it.
Oh, that's an 18 on the roll, so a 25.
Okay.
Woo!
So you are seemingly not paying attention, but I guess trying to like look through your peripheral vision. I guess.
Yeah. Like I'm scanning for treasure, and I'm pretending like oh my god, that's so cool. Oh, look at all this shit, but I'm actually just like scanning the room to try and find where the noise is coming from.
Yeah, so as you're doing this, you can see like off in what may or may not be like a corner, like what looks like a cave or like a little alcove made of treasure.
Oh.
And the
Little
muttering is
treasure
coming
hut.
from inside there.
All
It's a
right.
little Pizza Hut.
I am going to excitedly run back over to Rick, and then I'm just gonna whisper to him like, "I saw a little cave, a little alcove. Looks like it's filled with treasure. Looks like there's muttering coming from there. Make a bunch of noise and act like I'm over here. I'm gonna turn invisible and go check it out."
All right, cool. I push over a large pile of coins to make a lot of noise, and I'm gonna, right before I do it, I'm gonna say, "Oh, look out!"
Okay.
Yes,
you do that.
I am going to cast invisibility on myself, and then sneak on over to the muttering.
Don't worry, boy. I'll get you out of there. You'll be okay.
All right, yeah, you make me a stealth check at advantage.
Cool.
Ah, this is how he always said he wanted to go.
33.
Okay, yeah, you sneak over, you move
The
down.
literal trappings of success.
Do you move down into like the little cave there?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
gonna poke my head in.
Okay. Yeah, you poke your head in. You see like at the back corner, there's like a tiny little like glowing, almost like rock or geode or something is glowing with a little bit of light. And you see like from that light and with your dark vision and from your goggles of night, there is like there is a figure there, kind of like knees pulled in and sort of like rocking, and like hair is just like batshit Twilani all over the place nonsense, and just like sitting there muttering almost unintelligibly and petting what is very clearly a dead raven.
Oh.
And the hair, you can tell, is red from the light that's reflecting.
Oh.
Oh.
And clearly elven
as well.
Yeah,
elf.
I am going to try and stealth my way back to the rest of my team and be like, all right,
You poor bitch, why did you have to go?
all right. And then I'm gonna turn visible again.
Oz!
All right, I have good news and bad news.
All right.
The good news is I think I found the girl that we're looking for.
Uh-huh.
And the
All right.
bad news is she might be bonkers.
Like how bonkers?
Like petting a dead raven and muttering to herself, bonkers.
Oh.
So I'm gonna go try and establish communication peacefully and see if I can get anything out of her, okay?
All right, here, bring her this snack.
Okay, cool.
I create a quick snack with my cook tools.
Okay, go ahead. Make a check at advantage.
All right, that's what I like to do. Let's see. Okay. It is going to be a 17.
Okay, yeah, it's good. Probably better than what this crazy bitch has had for a while.
Yeah.
I'm gonna I'm gonna walk up kind of loudly. I'm gonna purposefully like beep, hit some coins and shit on my way over to make some noise. And then when I get within I guess when I can see her, I'm just hi ma'am.
And she's just gonna like
see if hi. Is
she
everything okay?
Stops petting the bird and like sets the bird down. Like you see like it's like damn, there's like little twitches and like eyes are just like crazy eyes all the time. You know the Celine crazy eyes.
Are they white?
No, they're not.
Okay. And then I'm gonna hold out this delicious snack and be like, hey, I'm here with some friends. We brought you some food.
And she's just like,
my name's Oz.
She's not sure how to feel about you, and she like, you see her hands like reaching for a staff.
Okay.
And then like hey. she like very much like a Tarzan, almost animalistic, like on all fours, like gorilla kind of like hobbles over to you and steals the food and like runs back to the corner and like.
Okay. I'll be like, all right, hi. That's okay. That's okay. My name's Oz. What's yours?
And she's just eating it like a little squirrel.
Okay.
And just like staring at you, and she's just like, there's no response.
Okay. I'll say like, so my friends and I, we're looking for someone. Maybe you've seen her? Her name's Clyde.
And there's like definitely like ticks of recognition. Like
have you seen or heard of anyone with that name?
And she like also, you know what's a really good depiction? Newt from Aliens.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, like very like doe-eyed, stared, very afraid, not sure what's going on, but has been surviving, you know. Has been here for you don't know how long. And like does like a very almost again kind of like animalistic, almost like gorilla, like, you know, chest pound.
Yeah. Are you Clyde?
And she just kind of like nods.
Clyde, I have some friends here. Would you like to meet some people? We have more food.
And she seems excited by the food most of all.
I know. And I'll say maybe they look scary, but they're very nice, okay?
And she like seems apprehensive.
Do you like porcupines, Clyde?
And she's just like thinks for a second and kind of just, you know, nods, and she turns into a porcupine.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. One of my friends, he's kind of like a porcupine, but if a porcupine was a dwarf. Come on. He has the best food.
She like walks over and like picks up the staff in her porcupine mouth and just like porcupine waddles out after
Did you
you.
leave the raven?
Yeah, the dead raven is on the ground. Yeah.
All right. And then I'm gonna kind of lead ahead. I'm gonna walk ahead, not like encroaching on her personal space. And then when I get to everyone else, I'm gonna be like, "Hi guys, this is my new friend Clyde."
And then Wave goes, "Man, that's a porcupine."
Yeah, just like our friend Rick over there, who's a porcupine if a dwarf was a porcupine.
I find that offensive.
He looks
culturally.
Up bloodily from the ground, just like
You guys patronize me for being. We're not doing this now. We're not doing this now.
Okay. Hi. Hello, Clyde. I'm Rick. This is Wildfire. This is
oh,
Wave.
there's Traveler.
And this is Ash. We are currently 8/10 armed.
And Rick has some delicious food. Why don't you?
That's right.
Why don't you give Clyde some delicious food?
Oh, I have horse. I have oats for the horses. Just why are we talking to a porcupine?
It's because she's a and I'll be like it was an elf. She turned in message. It was an elf. She turned into a porcupine when I asked if she knew what a porcupine was.
Can fucking people do that?
What?
and she will turn back into an elf. And she will like come over like real close to Rick, like right up in Rick's face, and she's like touching your face and like feeling the beard, and you can hear her like whispering and mumbling, and you hear Flint a lot. So she's like, Flint, and she's like checking your face, and no, not Flint, no.
I pull out Flint and Tinder. I haven't had to start a fight here. Yeah, a Flint.
And she's just like, no, well, Flint, but no.
Like, right, here. Okay, do you like snow cones?
And she's like, tilts her head like a dog, confused.
All right. How about this instead? And I will make her. I'll make her like a little dessert put together with like I'll whip up some sugar and some Wildfire. Can I get a little heat here? Okay. And I'm just gonna candy some nuts real quick with like a light,
as you do,
cherry drizzle, and I kind of get all be like a little nut cluster of delicious candy style, basically cherry candy nuts, and I am going to have a 24, and Wave's gonna give me guidance, so I will actually have a 27 for the nuts.
Okay, she seems on board and very much eats them. Very, again, animalistic and score-like.
Okay. All right, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah, what?
Any idea how long her bird's been dead?
What am I? What am I? A bird necromancer? I don't know.
I have a spell that could work, but it's only if it's been dead with under 10 days.
I need just Jake, when you get a chance.
Go look at the bird. Do a dead bird check.
Roll me a D42.
Can you help me get there? I have a hole in my leg.
And one arm.
Actually, at this point, I'm gonna say, "Hey, Wave." After he does the guidance on Rick, I'm gonna be like, "Wave, while we deal with this, I feel like if I ask Ash to go anywhere else, he's been looking for this girl for so long, he's not gonna. So can you scope out and try and find the way out?"
And she goes, no way out. No way out. No.
Okay, well, I mean, keep looking at it,
Wave. I can teleport us if we need.
Wait. I'm not done.
42.
And Wave, if you can also keep a lookout for any really, really cool, like, studded leather armor or rapiers. Studded leather armor. I mean, anything else that you think I could use, like a bag of holding, or use your imagination. But yeah, I want some of that.
Portable hole.
Magic carpet.
Rick, you find a top hat.
Aha!
That gets taller the more angry you get. But as it gets taller, it's a sound of a slide whistle. Like,
Wait, real quick. Rick, do you put it on?
Yeah.
Is there a reaction from Clyde when the dwarf puts on a top hat?
there is. She's like, really like reel up in his face, like by the beard, maybe not like seemingly unintentionally, but like, and she like starts to like pick the helmet up a little bit because then your eyes turn not red. She's like, no. What did you say to?
As she does that, you just hear.
And she like an animal that's scared of a strange sound, like backs off at the slide whistle.
How long have you been down here, Clyde?
And she's just like, and like then, and she'll like monkey hobble like over to a wall, and you can see there are like scorch marks in a wall, and it's like a large section of the wall, and like in the beginning they start out very like measured like lines, and then like they just start to become more like scrawly towards the end. And you can make me an intelligence check, Wildfire. Based on what you can tell and not doing like a super great check of this and your current loss of blood and everything else,
I'm very movie right now.
your quick glance, not knowing exactly what the year system is like here, but based on the number of lines that are there, you say at least 10 years.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no.
Maybe more. And yeah, when you go back and look at the bird, that bird is like super dead. Like when it hit the ground, like its head, like the neck vertebra broke and like its head fell off, like Dumb and Dumber style.
Looking over, actually, yeah, never mind.
Who's a pretty bird?
I am.
Do I find magic studded leather armor?
Make me an investigation check.
All right. Hey, Wildfire, you want to give me some guidance quick?
Oh, I did make an investigation check earlier to look for a rapier, and I got like a 28.
All right, let me see
That's
here.
cool.
I also, well, I do need you to roll me a d50 there,
That was
Sean.
2.
Woo!
Okay, cool. 19.
Okay.
Wildfire, can you use armor at all?
I don't think so.
Now she's got Elven Chain, which is the best she's gonna get because you can wear it even if you're not proficient with armor.
Wow. I'm sorry that you lost your arm.
What did you get,
That kind of sucks.
Sean?
For the D50, I got a 44.
You find a ring with a poison reservoir for slipping into drinks and a tiny razor edge for cutting purse strings.
That's awesome!
That is really pretty fucking
Ring
cool.
of poison and cut purse. Where is a pencil?
Also, Wildfire, can you roll me a D29?
Yeah.
See what you guys find while you're in here.
6.
6. You already have that. Roll again.
Aha.
9.
Nice.
Yep, you already have that. That's Wave's. That was Wave's parents.
Oh.
Aw.
I was like, so it turns out this was just your dad and this was your mom. I thought you
labeled in little baggies.
I thought you'd want to have them.
This was your dog.
I thought you'd want to have them separate.
21.
In a jar, you find a kelpie eyeball.
I have that.
You do?
Where I can see underwater.
All right, you have that one. Then roll again.
Dang.
19.
This is a can. On the outside of it, it says worms. It can't be opened, but you can definitely know that there are worms inside.
You open a can of worms on somebody.
But you can't.
Well, she's only got one arm. She can't open any
That's
can.
true. That's fair.
Not currently.
Right. So we were looking for.
You know, she just something's wrong. She just can't put her finger on it.
Ooh.
Ah,
Can
connection's
someone lend me a
bad.
hand with this?
Ooh.
Let's see. What do you guys find here in the? You find a set. You do find some studded leather armor. It's cool. Wave finds it. He's like, I found it. This is cool, man.
Sweet. Put it in my backpack.
Okay. You can put down
Nice.
or just mark down studded leather, smoldering studded leather armor.
Ooh.
Smoldering.
Yep.
Ooh.
Then there was a call for rapiers. Let's see here. Can find any interesting rapiers. Was anybody else looking for anything specific? I forget.
I don't think so. I don't know, any spell stuff like spell scrolls, spell stones.
I will say that
Tokens. Diamonds that are seemingly worth a lot. 500
call.
gold to be specific.
sure. I will say it's a cool rapier here. Yeah, I'll say you find a rapier. It's made from some sort of strange iron with traced veins that seem to shed light, almost as if it's made from hellfire.
Ooh. Yeah.
Ooh.
I take that and put it in the cool sheath I have.
You call that hellfire rapier.
All right.
Yeah, that's about it.
Cool.
I'll say you are able to find 4 diamonds worth 500 gold pieces.
Nice.
Was there anything else specific anybody was looking for?
Wave was looking for armor for Gorm.
He starts and then he just ends up looking for Gorm.
Nice. Yeah, Rick wants to go inside the little treasure hut and see if there's anything else Clyde had in there.
Yeah, you
Maybe
look.
A book.
There's no book, but there are like crude cave drawings on a wall.
Okay.
Of like, there's a crude cave drawing of what like looks like a tall, like a stick figure person with like a stick figure sword and a stick figure shield. And you can make me a insight check, I guess.
All right. Yes, my barbarian insight says 3.
And then
she's a bad artist.
There's a smaller figure drawn next to it with what looks to be, you think it's a beard and a shield, like maybe that's an axe, but has like what clearly looks like a top hat. Then there's a crudely drawn, doesn't look like, maybe it's supposed to be a wyvern. It doesn't look like any dragon you've ever seen drawn next to it. Then there's just like a stick figure with no distinguishable features and a question mark over top of it. And what could possibly be a lion? You're not sure. Maybe it's an octopus. You don't know.
Okay, so there is a cat, a dwarf, a halfling with a beard, and a person of indeterminate anything.
Rick, I don't want to correct you, but it seems to me like that is not a dwarf and then a halfling with a beard, because the dwarf would be carrying some kind of axe or hammer, not a sword, generally.
That's like slightly racist.
I feel like it's slightly observatory.
It is based on what you've seen, but yeah. Although he did wield the greatest sword.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was my go-to weapon. Oz.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like just in the past like 10 minutes that we've been interacting here, you've been throwing a lot of shade at dwarves.
Have I?
Yeah, you made fun of our libraries, and now you're making fun of our ability to handle weapons.
I don't think
two things which are very important to dwarves.
I don't think that I made fun of their library. I just said that I stated a fact that the library at the Downton Abbey is more impressive.
Okay.
That's not a slight, is it?
It was the dismissive way you said it. Like, you could say anything about dwarves and make it dismissive if you felt like it. I'm
actually really good at that. Yeah.
You're very good at that. So I'm just letting you know that instead of making fun of dwarves, we should maybe check in on Wildfire and make sure she's okay.
Okay. I mean, again, I wasn't trying to make fun of dwarves, so
she's only got one arm. She only has one arm, Oz.
Are you really going to be an asshole and not let me finish my apology?
No, I love you. I'll give you a hug.
Yeah, but that's not the... God, this is so fucking patronizing.
3 points of damage.
All right. Fucking shit, these goddamn people. Every time. Try and do anything.
All right.
So Wave spends the rest of the time trying to find a way out, and he doesn't find a way out.
Okay. I'm going to check in with Ash now and be like, hey, bud, so we found your quarry, but it seems like she's been here for maybe ever. And we haven't seen the book.
Well, I would like to ask her about it, but she seems like an idiot.
Yeah. Most people would after 10 years of solitude minimum. But, yeah, I mean, I feel like we... Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have weird magic that lets you look into people's brains? You guys do that? No. Is that a thing that can be done?
I mean, some people can, I can't.
That might work.
Rick, do you remember how we got out of here last time?
Yeah, we walked out. There was a door on the other side of this room.
And there's no door now?
There is not a door now.
Mm-hmm. Nope. There also wasn't that last room where we had to...
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, y'all want to teleport out of here?
Let's gather up as much treasure as possible.
I still don't understand why you guys didn't do that the first time.
That was gonna be my first move, but
last time I thought it was trapped. That was gonna
be my first move, but
all
right. Okay. And then I guess once we have as much gold as we can physically carry, and Ted, are there just like a plethora of magic items here? Like, what are we looking at?
I don't know. You tell me.
I got some. All right, cool. I would like to look for a extra dimensional magic item, such as a bag of holding or a portable hole or both
or Triple H
together, really close to each other, like almost touching. Almost touching.
No.
Far away from each other.
I mean, I can make that. I can make him. I can just make him. Kiss.
Then you don't do that.
No,
it's you know what? It's if they kiss, then all of the buildup of their romantic interest is ruined, and then we have to end the show by the next season.
I mean,
a really good point.
Realistically, it would also probably happen. The show would end. You'd all be sucked into astral plane. Yeah. Anyway, make me an investigation check, Rick.
All right, cool. Because I don't see any reason to leave items around. Okay, that is an 18 on the roll plus 3.
Yeah.
Is a 21 plus 4 is a 25.
I will say, after searching for about 6 hours, you find a bag of holding.
Aha!
I'd like to spend that time trying to build rapport with Clyde.
Okay, make me an animal handling check.
Fair.
It's got to be one of these fuckers around here. Wave will guide you on that.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna need it. Or not. I got a 20.
Okay. Very cool.
Nice.
Yeah, you spend 6 hours. In this time, Ash is like unhooking the chainsaw and like working on it and like checking it and cleaning out his gun and everything else, making sure things are all set to go. And yeah, you build a decent amount, what you think to be a decent amount of rapport with Clyde. She seems comfortable around you. Again, figure like a Tarzan style scenario, like you have sort of gotten her to sit down and sort of engage you with stuff. Like there's clearly knowledge there of some kind, but it seemingly has been trapped behind years of isolation.
Ooh. After I build enough rapport with her, at like towards the end of the 6 hours, I'm gonna look at her and say like, okay, Clyde, I'm going to talk inside of your brain. Is that okay?
And she's like, she seems to give you the go ahead of yes. It seems
okay.
Like she's not entirely sure because that's never a thing that any of her allies ever did.
Okay, and I'm gonna be like, and if you just think thoughts after I talk to you in your brain, I hear them.
And she kind of like nods.
And then I'm gonna cast a message and be like, "Hi, Clyde, can you hear me?"
And she will respond with yes, she can hear you, but it's like there's noise in there. Like it's not like it's a clear signal.
Okay.
But, like it's there, but it's like you've never experienced this where like message is pretty straightforward, but this seems like it's almost like static on the call.
Okay. Does it seem like something outside is interfering, or can I get any sense of that?
Make me an Arcana check.
All right.
Yeah, like radio static.
Plus 9, so that's a 20.
Okay.
Nice.
It doesn't. You wouldn't guess that it's like outside interference, like some sort of like shielding of some kind. The feeling that you're getting is that something might have caused like this is obviously something being trapped here for an extended period of time. But it seems like possibly there was some sort of like damage done.
Okay.
That like on a intellectual level of damage that has caused things, probably coupled with the abandonment, has just really broken things out.
I'm gonna go over to Wildfire, and I'm gonna say like, hey, what kind of healing magic do you know?
Well, I have like the regulars, like to help cure wounds. And...
Yeah, more than that.
Would lesser restoration help with this?
This seems like it's something of a higher caliber of healing.
Oh.
Like a greater restoration or higher.
Well, we know the people at the Quartz Citadel can do higher level healing magic.
I don't think I have anything that could help her.
Okay. All right. And all right, I'll go back over to Clyde and message in her brain. I'll be like, Clyde, my friend Wildfire knows some teleporting magic. We're gonna try and get out of here. Do you want to come? And
she just nods vehemently that she wants to get out.
Okay. All right, guys, I feel like I've built up enough rapport and we're having a little mental communication. So if we wanted to try the teleport spell to get out of here, I feel like this is a good time.
All right.
All right. Cool. First things first, though. I want to turn my bag of holding inside out and see if there's anything in there currently.
It is empty.
All right, cool. In that case, I would like to start. Wave, can you detect magic and see if there's any magic items around here
And
that
he's
we might
like,
want to take with us?
he's like, I don't know, man. There's so much stuff that's magic. This whole room is magic.
Cool. What do we just take fucking little bit of everything then? This is and that's.
Well, I was going to say grab as much equipment as you can if we're trying to build up this army and we're trying to recruit more people for Veilguard. The more magic equipment we have to equip our people, the better.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'm gonna start taking swords, shields, and armor.
I would start off with some like good cleric gear and good paladin gear for our 2 squires.
All right.
And if you see any cool harpoons.
Yeah, I'm gonna take any magic weapons and any magic shields, and then armor's just so heavy, I only have so much I can carry.
That makes sense. Well, it doesn't weigh anything in the bag of holding. It just takes up
Yeah.
space.
No, but the bag of holding can only hold up to 500 pounds.
Okay, that makes sense.
So, and like I could carry another like 400 pounds of equipment. But
Okay, cool. That makes sense.
Yeah.
so if
and
there's like
then
a full set of magic plate mail hanging out, sure, I'll take that. But otherwise, I'm thinking weapons, shields, wands, potions, those
Yeah, I
sorts
was
of
gonna
things.
say any like magic-y stuff. If there's spell books, I don't know if
Yeah.
that counts as treasure, but
oh, that's a good idea.
magic spells, magic
Any
boots.
spell scrolls, any stuff like that is going to be kind of like the priority over. Like, I don't want to take too much gold or
Yeah, or
unless I
gems
see
or
like
gold,
fucking
that produce-
unless there's like a big pile of platinum somewhere. I'd rather have magic items. Can I fucking engorge the bag on magic items?
I will say you, well, because basically all you're doing right now is just looking for things that are coming up as magic.
Yeah.
So, I will say you can make me roll me 2d20.
All right. Come on. 2d20. 17 and 19.
Okay. So I will say the grand total amongst the items and things that you're able to find, there will be 36 things.
All right.
That you can find.
Cool.
In
Fantastic.
this room full of treasure.
36 magic things.
Yeah, and then I'll give you some scrolls and stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh. I was looking through the stuff I have in my inventory, and apparently I have a cute stuffed owl.
Sure.
That I got from like episode 1, like before I got the +1 short sword that I got. I have a cute stuffed owl, so I'm going to give that to Clyde.
Clyde likes this a lot.
Okay. And then through message, I'm gonna explain like the sensory process of the teleportation. I'm gonna be like, all right, we're gonna stand around here, and then you're gonna feel this, and you're gonna see this, and then you're gonna hear this, and then we're gonna be somewhere else.
And she says, "No trees. There's no trees. No trees in here. Can't get out. No trees.
We'll go see some trees soon, okay?
Like, trees, yes, trees. Get out. Go places. Trees.
Okay." And then I will wildfire. And this is talking about mumbling about trees and going to tree places. I don't know what's happening, but I will say this is the longest anyone's treated me with respect since we started adventuring together. So this is delightful.
Oh, that's not true. You had all that time over in Dethair.
Hobble my way over to Rick.
Actually, Rick, that's a good point. I did have all that time into there, but I had to pay for it then.
It takes you twice as long to draw your teleportation circle. Because you're drawing it with your left hand, and you only have the one.
Maybe I'm a lefty.
Are you?
I am now.
Well, by necessity, yes, you are.
It wasn't something that was decided prior, so yes, I am a lefty.
Sure. Okay, why not? Still takes you a while.
Oh, it's yes.
And it sucks because you're left-handed, so you keep erasing the chalk as you're writing. Anyway, yeah, you write your teleportation.
Anyway, I'd be drawing it for the Veilguard Spire.
Okay, and you guys are able to teleport out to Veilguard Spire.
Woo!
All right.
And you have all of the stuff that you got while you were in there. You have a spooky, weird, brain-hurting Clyde.
All right.
It's like a little animal.
All right.
Find her a nice comfy bed, maybe like a warm bath.
Yeah, so what's your guys' plan now? Let me ask you that, because you guys are seriously hurting. The party is rough. Wildfire lost an arm.
Find a
Get that prosthetic.
First off, attune to that prosthetic arm.
Okay. You are able to attune to the robot prosthetic arm. And when you do so, it now functions like a regular arm. So you have that going for you. And
that's actually really cool.
Ash is like, yeah, that is actually really cool. But it doesn't get, this suits my needs.
Yeah.
Taps the chainsaw.
You're more of a man of cutting action.
Haha. He says,
well, okay. So Oz's plan is we all need a good night's sleep. So good night's sleep for everybody.
Okay.
And then in the morning we did run. Oh, there weren't any clerics or anything in Succumber, right? We found a wizard.
We found a wizard, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think we found anything like that.
Yeah, the nearest one was Waterdeep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then either I think we need to try and find a cleric to do some restoration magic, or I don't know if wizards can do greater restoration. If we can go back to Succumber and see that, but
I was thinking we take this spire back to Evrand and go to the Quartz Citadel. We know those guys. We've interacted with them before to stop the lycanthropy for that kid.
Bartrand.
It's not like we can't come back here afterwards.
Right.
Like we have a teleporting tower. Like we can pretty much go anywhere.
I think, but how many? It was quite the trek to. Oh no! I mean, Clyde can teleport now. I was gonna say it was quite the trek to the Quartz Citadel last time. I feel like it'd be faster if we just went to Waterdeep. At this point, it's only like 4 days away.
Was there a teleportation circle at Waterdeep that we saw? Wildfire could just fucking teleport anywhere. She's been to places. It's just teleport there. It's not even a fucking circle anymore.
That's true. I don't have to do the circle anymore.
Yeah. So I'll say you guys all get a long rest.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool. So that is Emperor's at full hit points.
All right, but before we take that long rest, Rick is going to insist that everybody takes a turn sitting outside of Clyde's door, just in case she's like spooked and tries to sneak out in the middle of the night.
Okay, like a scared animal, sure.
Yeah, like a scared animal might.
I built the rapport with her, so I was gonna volunteer to stay with her for a while.
I was gonna use fire magic to like heat her up a nice bath.
Brush out her crazy hair.
Exactly. Just try to.
And it's super long.
Humanize her again.
Her hair is real long.
10 years of hair growth?
At minimum, 10 years.
At minimum. And plus, God, the split ends and stuff. That's gotta be. She's halfway to just having like a whole like nest in her hair.
She did, but then Felix died. Clyde is a wood elf. For the chat who's asking. Yeah. So Ash is just like, yeah, I need her to get somewhat better so I can try and find my book.
Yeah, man, totally.
So let's teleport to Waterdeep in the morning.
And he's like, sure.
See if we can find someone to help her.
I mean, the clerics, all of the clerics in Waterdeep seemed really helpful.
Yeah. So,
I think we should go back to the Temple of Mistra. They were the most helpful.
They were very specifically helpful.
Yeah, so I feel like we go back to that Temple of Mistra. I think Alyssa was the priestess's name. We could go back to her. See if she could help heal our friend. Clyde
That
here.
sounds like a plan.
plan.
Yeah, definitely. I start just looking at the magic items.
Just like looking at them, just like, oh, that's cool. Nice.
Yeah.
That one's pretty sweet too.
I was fucking pretty laggy before. What kind of armor did Sean get?
They found smoldering studded leather armor.
Ooh. What does that do?
It constantly smolders. That's what it does.
Ah, so he's like that guy from Tangled. He's got that smolder.
Sort of. Wisps of harmless, odorless smoke rise off of this armor while it's worn. It's not attunement. It's magic, but it doesn't actually provide anything. It looks cool. And his quote was, "Wave, look for cool studded leather armor." And Wave's like, "But this is hot, man."
Well, then you fucked it up. Go back and get me different stuff.
Bro, you're vaping.
Well, I don't wear it because I have my soft shell crab armor that I still like, but I like, fuck it, I took it.
Why not, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, at some point I'll just like put the new shit I have in the armory, and I'll fucking worry about it later. So yeah, while everyone else is getting their long rest, I'm gonna spend my time outside of Clyde's room. I'm gonna stay up, and then the next morning when everyone wakes up, I'm gonna be like, all right, just give me a minute.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take my rest.
You hear muttering throughout the night, mentions of names, and a lot of being mentions of being stuck, no way out.
Mm-hmm.
There were trees. Trees would lead out. Felix never helps. That kind of a thing. References a lot about a Gregor. You don't know who Gregor is, but a lot of references to Gregor. And can't find them, looking for them, can't find them.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So the next morning comes around. You guys have all long rested. You're going to try to gather your party and head to Waterdeep to meet with Alyssa, what seems like the priestess of Mistra. And that is where we're going to end tonight's episode.
All right.
It was it was the combat, a little hairy there.
It was fun. I really liked it.
A little tricky there. Could have been interesting. Had more people fall into the Deadite curse there.
Yes, that was close.
That would have been bad.
Yep, greater restoration or better is what you need to stop it, or sacrificing the limb. And I actually played it nicer than the way it was written. It says once you're bit, you make that save every turn until you fail.
Oh, wow.
Because that's how it is in the movie, right?
Yeah.
Or you chop your arm off. Or your corresponding limb. But anyway, so thank you again, everyone, for watching. Thank you once again to Hero Forge for sponsoring. I didn't say it at the beginning, but today is once again Treasure Tuesday. They added 3 new weapon types today. It was a skull staff, like a German executioner's sword, and a different scythe were added as new options you could add when you create your own minis on their website. Also, we broke earlier, this evening, we broke 30,000 subscribers over on YouTube. And
Woo!
So I said I was going to do a Q&A video. I posted on several different social media platforms, including YouTube and several other videos. And I had suggested that why don't you folks leave questions there? I'll take a little bit, I'll compile them, and then I'll do a Q&A video. That'll probably be an hour long, and I'll do my best to just answer as many of the questions that you guys put out there. And the questions have begun to roll in pretty substantially. But yeah, feel free to throw your questions out there if you want, and I will try to get to them. You can feel free to ask them about anything. My favorite one that I've received so far is, how do you feel about the name Greg? That was one of the questions. I can't spoil that answer for you, though. I'll give that away in the video. I think that was like the second or third question asked to me.
In general?
That's the only context I have is the question.
All right.
Which is, how do you feel about the name Greg?
Nice.
Anyway,
Now I'm curious.
tomorrow night I will be back here playing as a player. We are in we're out of 7 parts, episode number 9. We are about to enter into an undead temple of Baal underneath the city of Baldur's Gate. So that should be fun. Where our party is 2 wizards, a warlock, and a rogue. Ooh. So we live on the edge. I was the only one who bought healing potions. I drank all of them last fight.
Oh, wow.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I was running down the stairs to try to catch somebody so they couldn't warn someone, and was running recklessly, just trying to get the person to stop them, and ran through a gray ooze that knocked me unconscious immediately.
Oh.
So then I just chugged 7 healing potions after that, so I'd be good to go for the fight. But anyway, that's tomorrow night. And yeah, we'll be back next week for Evrand episode number 80. Hopefully we'll get to find out what happened to Clyde and get some information in who she is and how she's related, what happened to Clyde. I know Celine really wants to know.
I do.
Yeah.
Also, like the least dramatic losing of a limb ever. It was like, it's like, all right, well, we got another.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
It worked out great.
I screamed, I fainted, and then we moved on.
Yep. Like mature adventurers, like we are.
Exactly.
Also, like, I was thinking about it, and once we find Clyde, and then if Clyde leads us to more people, we find them. We're back at square one with finding the rest of these people.
Yeah.
Like, we need to find something else to help us other than hoping that Mistro lets me roll low again.
Okay, but I think that we should be able to at least identify a couple extra people from the prophecy with Clyde's help.
Yes, but even like, there are still some that even if we as players figure out who, we as characters still have no way of doing it. So, like, that's just something that I'm keeping in mind, trying to figure out, like, looking ahead, trying to figure out how we're going to get some more peeps.
Well, maybe one of these 36 magic items that we have could help.
Ooh.
It's a Mousecatool. It's the mystery Mousecatool.
Yeah, it's just, you shout Toodles and maybe you'll luck out and it'll show up. Just get that lucky one. Ask for the...
Yeah.
You never know what it's going to be.
There you go.
All you gotta do is shout all Toodles. Anyway, no evil game next week. I feel bad that we know this, Jake, but we do. So.
Yeah, that's okay.
So Doublebrook, no evil game next week because we don't have Pat, and we literally just introduced Pat's new character last session, or maybe the session before, and it would also feel weird to just like go in full bore combat with a character we don't know. Pat also has not done a great job selling us on his character anyway, but to not have him here to play it seems kind of weird. So Evil Game is kind of on hiatus. Ghazi, for your question, we were doing this campaign every day, every week, every Tuesday, except for the last Tuesday of the month was Evil Game. And now Evil Game is kind of on a temporary hiatus, probably until the coronavirus stuff is all done.
To the point where we can hang out with Pat in person.
Yeah, then we can play in person again. And then in theory, Wave will come back. But depending on how long that takes, this campaign may be done by the time we get by the time we can be back together.
Yeah.
Depending
then
on
we'll just run Evil Game at that point.
That's fine by me. We'll figure it out. Either way,
something out.
It's gonna be, we're gonna be doing this for the near future. Evil Game is on YouTube though, so you can watch the first, I think, 25 episodes. If you're looking to kill time. All right, folks. Thank you again so much for watching. We will see you next Tuesday. And have a wonderful night. Stay safe. Practice social distancing. Wear your facial coverings if you're required to do so, or live in Alaska. Seems to be safe. Good night,
Cool.
everyone.
Good night.
Bye.